You can't
you're
stop
going
me
live now. I feel bad
now.
leaving.
Go.
No,
No, it's not live. It's not live at all.
it says live in the top corner. Charles, don't lie
That's
to
a
me.
graphic I put up. It's not real.
Oh,
It's not
please.
real. Just
I know that's not your graphic. It doesn't have like lightning bolts or guitars or shit.
The live is not the Metallica font.
Yeah, exactly. No barbed wire tattoo around the word live. You didn't do that.
I don't have a barbed wire tattoo. I have other tattoos. I did not get the douchebag barbed wire tattoo.
But you love that movie. Why wouldn't you get a tattoo of it?
Oh, no. Barbed Wire, the movie. I do love that movie for all the right reasons.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We sure are.
And this is as close as a shoulder tattoo as I'll ever get.
What up, B-Mail? B-Mail in the chat says we're live.
Email, stop
Let us
lying
know.
to Mike. Mike needs to step away, and he won't do it if he thinks he's live. Just let him go. It's okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not some jamoke. I'm not like Tony leaving an empty chair. God, fucking embarrassing.
Love how he copies my lights. That's the beautiful thing.
He said that he
first
did
off-
that first.
First off, two things. One, you're a jamoke. Two, yeah, I did it first and then did it again, even better.
I can't help it that Tony's a one-hit wonder because, like, hey, would you design me a logo? And he did an amazing effort. And this is the colors in my logo that he
It's
made
not a
for
one.
me.
It's not a one-hit wonder. It's actually psychological research that eyes are attracted to blue and red.
Yeah.
If you do the homework, there's like 101 billion movie posters
That
that
are
are
blue
been
and orange.
determined.
for me to
red.
give you shit.
Yeah, it's just been determined that that's, for whatever reason, it hits certain neurons and whatnot.
Wow, Queen Hat.
I love it.
What up?
It does look like the police are outside Tony's apartment here.
Whoop.
That is the sound of the police.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
right?
Mike. Thank you.
I mean, I was
the
I was
sound of the
holding back
beast.
so hard not to get the sound of the police. And then Mike did it way better, which is good.
Thank
Per
God.
usual.
Imagine if I had fucked it up. Like if
That's
I
the
had
sound of the sheriff's deputies on horses.
That's the noise of the cops. Like, what? No.
I
Oh,
also know music. Ha ha ha!
stupids.
Oh. All right, then, B-Mel.
All right. We still got, 2 minutes?
Hey, Dennis is here.
Crap. No, I'm kidding. I like Dennis. I
Y'all-
like Dennis.
Hey,
Nobody
seriously,
likes-
hold up.
Nobody likes Dennis.
Am I
Joey
first?
does.
Yeah, what's the order?
I literally have no idea. Like,
Y'all put it out. I just thought you were making me laugh. I'll go first. I don't
yeah, I'm good. I don't care. Just move them around. Doesn't matter. But I sat down like, hell yeah, I'm excited to record. I'm like, I have no idea what we're about to talk about.
Oh, damn.
Tony.
Well, right now the order is post-COVID plans. Then go
Hey,
to pleasures,
spoilers.
Yeah,
dealing
let's not
with
spoil
failure.
all of it.
Spoilers.
Jeez.
Is that your topic, Charles? That
Spoiling?
last one?
Right. Yeah.
That last what? Some
Yeah.
heads up would have been nice, fuck boy.
I told you I came to the table with no topic. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Then I'm looking through shit. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I can answer that question.
Who
So if I
ha-
can
who-
answer,
who-
you boys can catch up.
Who has the foods? Is that Mike?
Yeah.
Can we put that last?
Wow.
Yeah, let's keep him sober tonight.
Tony just doesn't give a shit about talking about it, and so he's like, fuck it, put that one the last. I don't want to deal with it.
I'll be gone. I'm cutting out about 9:00. No, it's because I don't like to end on like a sour note.
Yeah.
Feels like the other two could be sour.
So I guess Dennis got the COVID or whatever. Just stay positive, bud. Stay positive.
Queen Hat said Mike had too much
Bartlett's.
Bartlett's.
How'd you like the
Oh my God, I
logo
loved it.
and your
I
album
loved
art?
it. I thought it
I
was
thought you
so
might.
good.
And they made it so easy. It was already a PNG with a transparent background. So like, boop, right over, and it goes right
And
in
the
that
logo's
corner.
sick.
Right here. Yeah. So
It's just
good.
so clean.
Now you gotta what you have to do is send that to them so they can hear the episode and see how much you shilled for them. At least they might give you a thank you. Who knows?
Yeah, but we crapped on it. Like
We did. He didn't. Mike did his job.
See, Charles, it's hard as shit to point on camera. I don't know what it is. Like you just lose your mind. You're like, oh, I don't know what direction. Okay, Phil.
it's just opposite.
Swan was supposed to draw me like
there it
her
is.
French ladies, and she never did. So I'm not talking to her about art no more.
It's just I guess there's a third dimension there. Because I was like, I can do the left and the right. I can flip that.
Yeah,
but then I was like,
that's weird.
Look at this guy over here. Like, oh.
Look at this motherfucker.
That's your
Come on, you guys are
right there.
you guys
Look
are
at this
doing fucking
asshole.
fist bumps all the time. You guys should get it by
Oh my
now.
God, it takes fucking forever to get a fist bump. You know that.
Your magic tricks.
Nailed it.
I still have that wand. I have
All right,
the wand.
Tony,
We
you
can
got
do
the post fans.
We can
We
do
can
more
do-
magic tricks.
we can do tricks. Yeah.
You know what? Here's a trick for you.
I want to
7.
change my topic to magic tricks.
You are listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Charles, Mike, Phil, and here with today's topic is Tony P.
Hey everybody! Thank you for tuning in to Almost Daily Discourse. It's a great inauguration day here currently in the U.S. So yeah, thank you guys
Did
for
you
hanging
say
out with us today.
inoculation or inauguration?
God, I
Both.
wish.
It's both. Yeah. Crap. Which one did you say first? The former.
Inoculation.
The former's the latter. The latter's a lot more easier to make happen. But possibly one will lead to the other. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this show where we chat about random stuff. And Charles, it's almost as if you knew what we were going to talk about. What a perfect segue to
That what
Post-
I was just mocking you.
No, I know you were. The irony of trying
Yeah.
to mock somebody's speech when you're Charles McFall. That's
Hey, I'll
Let me
be
just
the
say-
kettle all day long, man.
that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for you. But today I want to talk about post-COVID plans. Y'all, this is going to end one day. It has to, right? Right?
Maybe
Unless
for
it
some of
involves-
us some of us earlier than others, I guess. As I sit here waiting for my test results.
So when it is done, when they come over the TV or the radio or whatever it is, and they're like, hey, COVID is over. It's done. Because that's how they're going to do it. I don't know.
Right.
Y'all, it's all good. It is all good. What is the first thing you're going to go do? What is going to get you out the door into the people? I feel like, you know what? Tell you what, we're going to do a little bit different today. I'm just going to answer for y'all. I didn't plan to do this. Mike is going to a concert, like whatever concert is in Austin that afternoon. Like, all right, I'm there. I'm going. Phil's going to a bar.
Phil's already at the bar. That's the bar.
Phil's already at the bar.
That's why he's waiting for his fucking test.
He's sitting at the bar when the news comes on. Like, all right,
Pennsylvania's
cheers.
been COVID free for almost a year now.
Sitting at the bar on the inside.
And Charles,
Come on,
I
hit
don't know
me.
what
Dude,
Charles
you know
does.
it's church. You know he's standing outside.
Fuck
Him and
you,
Joel
Mike.
Alstein, he's just waiting.
Oh
Praise
my
Jesus.
God, you and Joel Osteen, Jesus Christ, Mike.
Praise him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Praise him. Praise
I-
the Lord.
I was gonna say maybe like speech therapy or something, but I don't know what Charles does for. You know what? No. Charles is going to a movie. That's where Charles is going. He's going to the movie theater.
Maybe.
But
I'm more well. Realistically, my wife will plan 5 things to do in one day, and she'll just be dragging my ass to each one of them.
so it's just a honey-do list.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
all right.
so before COVID, right, and the time before, she would there's always something going on, some kind of kids festival here, some kind of outing there, and this kind of thing, especially around the holidays, especially Halloween, right? You got all the trunk or treats and this and that, and legit, she will fucking line up 3 to 4 trunk or treats from morning to night with their itinerary, and I'm like, after the first one, I'm done, and there's 3 more to go to. And the kids love it, and she loves it, and I do my damnedest not to be that grumpy old bastard going, "Are we done yet?"
And here the fuck you are.
Yeah, complaining about Halloween, complaining about trunk or treat in January.
I mean, she'll find.
So what are you guys gonna do post-COVID? I'm probably gonna have to go to a Halloween thing.
Well, it's not gonna be done this month, Tony.
I was gonna say, at least he's on a realistic timeline.
You know what, Tony? What we're gonna do? We're gonna fucking line up some cons, man.
You know what? I probably have to spend time with my family. Ugh.
You know how much I hate the beach. There's so much sand at the beach. I hate it.
So much sand. And they
You
salty.
know I'm gonna have to see the joy in my children's faces.
I mean, I can't get a good TikTok at the beach because no shark will bite them. I can't get that good Shark Week thing with the kids. And
I mean, the kids are having fun, I guess. So for me,
Jenny,
if they come out,
nothing's gonna change for you.
all right, yeah, just bury the lead. I'm gonna say it anyway, but you already know. So when they come out tomorrow and they're like, "Hey, COVID's done, everything's good," I'll be like, "All right, cool," and like probably get some food delivered or something. Like,
I need to get StreamYard to give us an ability to ban people from chat. So Swan named Emily is kicked out forever because that's this. No,
I have modish. I can do that.
So for those not watching, yeah, she basically compared Charles to whiny old Anakin Skywalker. Sand, I hate sand. But when I order my Chipotle delivery and I go to get it, I won't wear a mask because COVID will be okay. So that'll be the big difference.
Yeah, you'll be able to take a bite as you're leaving the store. That's your big difference.
Kit Kat the cat. I'm going on vacation to the woods to be by myself when COVID's over. How's that? What? Can you not just go to the woods out alone now, little girl?
That's where COVID's hiding, deep in the forest. You don't
want to get that deer tick COVID. Phil, it sounds like I was off base. I apologize.
I'm gonna spit on people.
Just can't wait to blast
Just can't wait.
particles
No.
all over the boys.
No. I mean, I went to the bar on election night, and it was awful. And I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this anymore. So I probably I don't know, man. This time away from the bar has kind of gotten the bar bug out of me for a while until, Mama's opens back up and I'm at Mama's every Tuesday. But no, travel is the thing, right? I want to fucking go places again. I want to get out of my bubble territory of an hour around my house and go places just to go, right? I want to go up to Canada to back to the Niagara Falls, right? I want to go to Canada, for another reason, to see my friends and whatnot at some point.
Yo,
but travels
can't say too much about that on live, but if that goes down, it's going down. That's all.
Maple syrup party, yeah. # maple syrup party.
If it goes down, it's going down. Write that on a shirt.
Maple Boys.
The Maple Boys. Things are getting sticky up there in old Canada. But to be honest with you, another just around here that's not traveling is I actually miss the theaters, right? I miss going to the movies. There was a big chunk of time of my life when Marvel wasn't happening that I just didn't go to the theaters, and then Marvel happened, right? And the MCU was like, yo, those opening nights with 200 other people are pretty fucking dope, right? We've talked about this before. That moment where the hammer goes into goddamn Cap's hands and the whole fucking audience loses it, right? That moment you can't capture just on your couch. So
I just read a thing with Chris Evans. He saw that live. Yeah, he said I went to the theater to go see it. It was a big deal, and Yeah, it was,
people send him videos of their theaters, and like he loves watching them every time. But Ghostbusters, I was really looking for that Ghostbusters movie to hit theaters, and I was going to go out and actually see it. And even if it does come to streaming, I don't know. I guess if it's
I'll
not going to
watch
be
it
in,
with you, Phil.
I don't know if it's not going to be in theaters anywhere, and that's like my only option. I'm going to have to do it, but I really want to see that on the big screen.
You can come to my house because I'll let you wear a mask. It's fine. Put on the big VR, and it's like you're at the big screen, and then we'll sit next to you, bumping you and talking through the movie, and like you would have at the regular theater. Man, spill a little popcorn on you.
You have
My
to
kids
bring
will
me.
cry.
You have to bring me a bag of hoagies and pre-made popcorn like Tristan does.
I got you, Subway.
Thank you.
Oh,
Gross. Fucking disgusting.
So Ace Fury 83 in chat said he wanted to see Wonder Woman 84 in theaters, but then was diagnosed as diabetic and was like, nah, not doing it during the pandemic. Aren't you happy? Didn't you make the best choice ever?
Yikes.
Could you imagine, like, not just paying...
I got COVID for this fucking movie.
And it's like, I got COVID, I'm out $20, and I don't even know why she turned into a cheetah. What? Like, crap. Maybe it's the COVID. Maybe oh God, yeah. I'm just glad. I'm glad Ace Fury stayed home
I mean,
to watch Wonder
Tony,
Woman.
you guys talking
You
about-
were close on mine, but you were a little off, bud. I'm gonna fucking hug everyone I know. I cannot wait to hug people again. I'm a hugger as like a normal thing. I went to get smoothies the other day, and I saw a couple of people that I work with, and it like I wanted to hug them. They are coworkers, but like we're just huggers, and I cannot wait to embrace
Strangers.
basically acquaintances. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that picture of the serviceman who like grabs that woman and like kisses her on the beach or like during the parade or whatever, like
in
that
New
super
York,
famous
yeah.
photo.
It was New York.
Wherever, I don't care.
Beach.
Times
Also-
Square, perhaps.
That's gonna be me, but hugging people.
I'm
I'm
pretty
just
sure
gonna
she
grab
didn't.
people in the street and hug them. I can't
they've
wait.
Since
That-
come back and said she didn't consent to that. He just
Yeah,
kind of
that-
Yeah,
grabbed
no, it
her.
was super
That
fucked up.
photo is officially titled #Me Too.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah, like, you know,
it's
I
problematic.
know what
The
you're saying,
photo-
Mike.
God damn it! Fuck you guys.
You know what? No, Mike. No. Mike. The
Oh,
thing
thank
that I
God.
would love the most is on a random Saturday or Sunday, because that's usually when I'm home. So, some random asshole knocks on my door, which I hate. I hate when randos come up, because usually somebody's selling some shit or Mormons or something. And I hate when some random asshole knocks on my door and it's fucking you doing this. I'm down, man. I'll hug the shit out of you
hug, brother.
and make me so happy. And then we'll go get some Waffle House.
Well,
First
because
off-
Atlanta's in the middle of the trip that we take every summer anyway, so like we could definitely swing by.
Yeah, man.
If I'm vaccinated, Charles, you're getting a knock on the door, bud. That's all that matters.
First off, we just lost all of our Mormon listeners.
Ah,
So thanks for that.
No, I didn't mean Mormon. I meant Jehovah's Witnesses. Sorry.
Okay, and then second, I don't see a lot of Mormons knocking on doors, but all right, whatever.
Yeah, no, I got it mixed up. That's my bad. Sorry,
well-
Joe. Fuck off.
We also lost our Jehovah Witness listeners, so we're down to like 2. I could see Mike like that day, like, all right, COVID's cool. He's like the first one out trying to hug people, and they're like, "Yo, it's been 10 minutes, man. Can we
Yeah, but I
wait
got
and see?"
vaccinated 2 weeks ago. I've been counting down. It's been exactly 2 weeks as of 45 seconds ago. Let's hug.
There's usually you'll be the free hugs guy at Dragon Con this year. That's always a risky move.
Yeah, super.
So, Philip, we got to hold him down and put him in a straitjacket at Dragon Con.
He has one he can just wear himself. I don't see why we got to dress him.
I look so good in it.
Because he wouldn't put it on. We do it for him. I
I mean, I don't
you like
mind.
a doll.
Charles,
Mike's
other
face
than
is great.
other than
Oh.
being forced to spend time with your family and your children to have fun, which again you seem upset about.
It's the whole day, man. It's not about hanging out with them. It's like trip after trip after. It's so much. I don't know, man. Because honestly, I'm an essential worker. And
Hold on, let me
other
back.
than-
No. How many
What?
kids do you have, Charles? 4?
4.
After like 2 or 3, you didn't realize that is a lot of time that I got to put in here.
Dude. Okay, one of these days, when this shit's back together, I'm gonna trick you, man. I'm like, hey, come on over, Tony. We're gonna do some work. We're working on combine shit. Then you get here like, nope, get your ass in the van. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. We're doing trunk or treat all goddamn day, Tony. Come on.
So
You'll see.
So when you try to fool me in the middle of October, like, hey man, what are you doing on Halloween? Nothing. Why? Do you want to get some work done? No.
That's
No,
right.
I don't.
I think the only thing that would change for me is stuff being open late night, right? Not shutting down at 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know, sometimes you want to hit the Taco Bell at 2 a.m, or you realize you're working on something, a project or something, and you're like, man, I need to run to Walmart and pick up something, and you just can't do that anymore right now. Because other than that, I've not been sequestered, right? I've been an essential worker, so I'm out getting the groceries I need to get. We eat out some. We usually take it out and bring it in because I don't like sitting at restaurants. I really don't like life. Yeah, I'm
or
realizing
spending
that through
time
this
with
show.
your family. We've established that.
He eats in the basement
Oh,
alone from everyone. These
But I
fucking
mean,
chicken wings are delicious.
I go to work now anyway, so it's not a huge difference for me.
Do any of your children listen to this show?
No.
Yeah,
I
it's
wish.
mandatory.
I try to make them listen to it.
It's
To get-
mandatory in the most
So we hit our levels.
You know
All
what?
right,
I did
everybody.
just upgrade Crosby's phone. Maybe I should make it hey, here's the podcast app. You will listen to this and report back to me each week, or I'll take your phone away. That's
Parenting.
good parenting.
And then you say, yes, rock god. No, rock god. Like, what happened to Sir?
Ryland.
It's rock god now.
Yeah, rock God.
Sir Rock God.
Sir. Okay, that is on my bucket list now because y'all said it. I'm going to get fucking knighted as a rock god, so you will have to call me Sir Rock God.
Yeah, by the
Fuck
fucking Knights of Columbus, maybe.
Tony, hook me up with that.
Knights of the Round Waistline over here.
Band name.
Sex tape.
I kind of miss going to like sporting events, like fucking baseball games, right? And just spending
Yeah.
the whole day just sitting in a stadium.
Fuck you, Dennis. Fuck
So
you.
in the chat,
No, so the bit there was gonna be I was just gonna like pop it up and then bring it down, but then Charles started cursing at our people
well,
in
Phil
chat.
lost
So
his shit. You're laughing.
everybody who is listening to the show doesn't know what we're talking about. Come join us Wednesday nights on twitch.tv/almostdailypod.
yeah, that's
There
one.
you
It's
go.
although a brilliant joke in chat, not one I want to say out loud.
Yeah.
Charles, you also mentioned conventions, and we
Yeah.
just today, funny enough, I've gotten a few emails. The convention planning season is afoot, which obviously we have no idea what's going to happen with COVID and how the conventions are going to play out, but we still have to go through the planning process, and plan as if it's going to happen. And so, yeah, a few have already reached out and they're kind of starting to pop off. And that'll definitely be exciting. I'll be there. That won't be a day one thing, but I'll certainly be looking forward to the next convention, and no matter how big or small.
And I've even started thinking about panels, like my own panels that I want to put in. Like I've already started writing these down and planning them.
I got to get that opened up, man. I've been not dragging my feet intentionally. It just keeps kind of getting knocked down the to-do list right now of opening up the panel submissions for Dragon Con. And Dragon Con will happen. It may be digital again, but it will happen. Now, I will say this. If it goes digital again this year, I don't know what's going to happen in 2022 because live is a huge revenue maker and digital is not. Not as huge anyway.
Not at
So,
all. Come on.
That's
Yeah.
just me speaking. I'm not speaking officially
No,
for
it's
them.
not
I'm
at
just
all.
looking.
But that's, I mean, yeah, you're not speaking on behalf of Dragon Con, but that's
yeah.
perfectly logical for everything. You know, shows that didn't have a major show, a once a year show, you miss a year, you're pretty much, you know, struggling. So we'll see, you know, more to come from that. But definitely a convention will get me out of the house. I'll come out for that.
Because you love
sure, Tony?
conventions.
I do. It's the weirdest thing. I sincerely love them. They're so much fun. I think it's just because everyone's having fun and everyone's usually in a fairly good mood and being positive. And, you know, I don't think I've ever seen like a fight or an argument, or the worst thing I've ever had at a con is somebody like chew my ear off. And it's like, you know what? If that's the worst, we're doing all right. We're having a good day.
And
Tony,
usually
you fought Tyson too?
Hey,
Hey-o.
you can
Sorry,
usually
it was
snap.
right
Get
there.
out of
It
here,
was
Dad.
That,
was
hit,
right there.
Boo.
that hit in the 90s. That was a solid
Yeah.
joke 10 years ago.
But you know, you normally
It's been one segment. Mike's already been kicked out twice.
Kicked out twice. God.
But I know, you know, something else I see a lot of at Dragon Con is Girl Scout cookies. Usually people have toted those around. I'm trying to set up what you love so we can end the show, Tony.
Are you
But what-
wrapping me up?
Yes,
Damn,
it's the
Doug, I had
time.
shit
I'm like,
to say.
softball,
I wanted to jump
softball,
back on
softball,
Phil's thing.
dodgeball.
But that
Hit
wasn't.
something.
We got 20 minutes. It's only been 20 minutes. We got 10 minutes left.
That's right. I started recording 10 minutes before we started.
God damn, Dick.
Hey,
tonight-
much in recording. Just trying
God
to keep shit
damn,
rolling.
tonight is a fucking mess.
Sorry, everyone. You knew what you were getting when you
Look.
signed up.
We've got to let these ladies of In Addition shine somehow. So I'm just shining a dumpster fire in their direction to light their path.
Don't dig it deeper, man.
Seriously,
Lighting
you fucking
You know,
trash
path.
monster.
Don't dig
Phil.
it deeper. Don't. Yeah, come on, man.
Phil, you mentioned sports.
Sports.
Steph and I
Sports,
got
good sports.
Steph and I have been so excited. Austin was getting an MLS team. They announced it in 2019, so we hopped
really?
on. We hopped on the waiting list for season tickets because we love soccer, even when it's bad. Go America! And we hopped on the waiting list for season tickets. January came around. We got selected to be able to buy season tickets. We signed up for 4. I've been making payments since January on 4 season tickets
Oh.
through COVID, not knowing whether the season's going to start or not. It's supposed to start in March. That's a little soon, boys. I don't know that I will go to the first game of our inaugural season with our season tickets if I'm not vaccinated yet.
You don't want to walk into the stadium with 600 of your fellow brethren singing and sisters singing the songs of your people?
Well, if it's 600 and it seats 80,000, you should be okay.
Well, yeah, but I was
What
just
do you
talking about
think
like
this,
the.
Atlanta? We got a 20,000 seat stadium, Charles. We can't fill it.
Okay, so no, that brings up a serious topic of what are your real concerns with COVID? And before I get into this, I want to say by no means
Getting it.
am I saying that.
All right, done.
No,
Moving
listen,
on. Next
no, I mean, but listen,
What the fuck do you mean?
I love because I wash my hands constantly, right? I have to be out and about all the time, right? So I'm using the sanitizer 3 or 4 times a day, wash my hands.
Hey Charles, let me interrupt
when I
real
get a
quick
chance.
because you just totally like steamrolled the time. Are you sure you want to go into the why are people concerned about COVID this
no.
early in the night? Okay, all right.
That's
just
not. I'm
checking.
not saying why. No,
as your attorney and friend, I wanted to just double check.
No, I'm not telling anybody to go out and do things. I'm asking you what is your personal concern, because here's why. In EMS, it's been weird, and I'll give you that. It's weird. I saw a former Marine who's still in shape, eats well, everything, paramedic, got COVID. He is still out of work, and it's been 30 days. He went to the hospital for 5 days, and yet we handle senior citizens and those who are at risk, right? A lot. I've transported at least 10 senior citizen patients regularly who tested positive, and nothing happened to them. And that's the weirdness to it for me. I absolutely think you should clean, wear the mask, social distance. But at some point, and that's what I'm asking. Maybe this is the
keep
question.
the sneeze guard on the salad bars.
Yeah, that's the thing
That
before
was P-Mel's,
COVID.
suggestion earlier. I'm not on board with that one.
Guards. No, but what would it take other than an inoculation? I mean, I went to Vegas here recently. I was actually testing Ibbot, and he's like, that's cesspool. And I'm looking around going, no, I see somebody wipe down something every 5 seconds here. And in the airplane,
there wasn't a lot of people there. I'm sure.
There wasn't a lot of people. And I'm not saying, of course, if they all go out in mass, it's going to be a bad thing. But what is your what would it take other than inoculation? If it's just inoculation, that's fine. What will it take for you to go out and do something?
Yeah, real talk for me, it's a vaccine.
Okay.
I am an asthmatic and I am 36. I have got a lot of life left. And fingers crossed, right? Fucking God, I hope I can get as old as Charles one day, but who knows? We'll see. But the way that it affects everyone completely differently, the people who still, a year later still can't taste and smell, the people who have 70-year-old smoker lungs now and were running marathons before COVID, it's too fucking risky for me. I've got so much that I want to be able to do still, that I'm just not doing shit.
What about you, Phil?
Until I'm vaccinated.
I will die if I get COVID. I smoked cigarettes for 20 years and I have asthma. I will die. It will destroy me from the inside.
Here's something interesting that
cigarettes hold on. Are cigarettes the cure for COVID?
Cigarettes are good.
There's a study that showed that potentially with the tar covering your lungs, smokers that have been studied are not getting COVID as bad or as often as non-smokers. I'm like, that would be the cure. Here's your government provided pack of cigarettes. You better smoke them today. You go get the COVID.
Come on, little Billy. You don't want to get COVID. Smoke the whole pack.
I'm not standing
I've also
behind that,
heard type O blood types are less susceptible. I've heard melatonin
Type O negative is
helps.
the least susceptible.
Because they rock.
Right. They scare the COVID away.
It's as if nobody knows what's going on, right?
And therein lies the problem, and therein lies why I'm with Phil and Mike. We don't know. If I knew the worst case scenario and the best case scenario, I could make a judgment for myself. What's the worst that can happen? But we don't know. I may have talked about it, but a dude I worked with, definitely younger than me, he's probably in his mid-30s. He's like a part of the 501st. He's like a stormtrooper and also a security guard at my old company, was laid up in the ICU.
Yeah.
Where, and I've mentioned this before, I'll mention it again, where I saw on Facebook, I was like, this dude ain't going to make it. This is the end. This is how bad I felt for him. And again, he was laid up, ventilators and stuff. So that was enough to scare me. Long story short, I saw a dude I know, a nerd, a fellow geek, laid up next to death. And I'm like, no,
So here's the thing, even once COVID has finally been eradicated from the fucking world, I think that during cons, I'm still going to be wearing a mask.
Oh, hell yeah.
Especially when I'm walking through crowds and crowds and crowds of people. It's completely changed my mind on this. And if that's going to help me from cutting down on con crud, I do not care, because I've had con crud. It is the worst. And it takes weeks for it to go away. And
I'm definitely wearing a mask when I'm sick, for sure.
Yeah.
Completely. But also with con crud, you never know who's it gonna hit, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fucking COVID virus that just circulates these conventions, because you have a friend like Chris Wisdom who was licking handrails at the subway, right? Just licking up them MARTA rail lines like it was yesterday. No COVID. I go down for 3 days for Dragon Con and just instantly get destroyed with a con crud right after it, So you never know. And Dennis, holy shit, Dennis was sick for a month or two just from con crud, man. It was awful.
I'm with you. Well, yeah, I'm down. in my profession, of course, I wash my hands. Probably not as much as I should, but I wash them more than the average person.
Don't say that on air.
Yeah.
I mean,
After you
I was
pee,
taught
at
not
least,
to pee on
right?
my hands. So, I mean, I don't know about you boys, but I've taught not to do it. Now, listen.
It makes my
We're
hands
the
sterile.
same age. It's okay.
Don't you work
you
in
in the
medical? Like,
pee?
I don't wash
Yeah.
my hands.
I did wash my hands. I said maybe I didn't wash them as much as I should, but I wash them a lot more now, and definitely sanitize a lot more now. And yeah, the masks are here to stay for me. I found myself, because I usually have one that sits around my neck that I can just pull up, and I keep finding myself, I didn't have it today for whatever reason, and I kept going, shit, I had to go back to my car to get my portable mask because it wasn't around my neck. But I'm with you. Not just cons, man. I go into a store, I'm wearing masks because I have not gotten sick at all this year. The trip I took, because you go from a Georgia environment with pollen and whatever else going on and cold and rain, and you out to Vegas where it's dry and it's different atmosphere. You usually get some kind of little cold. Nothing. The best I got was a little. That was it. And because I had masks on the whole time and we sanitized. I'm all about the cleanliness. And I love the meme that says the writing was always on the wall. It's a picture of the employee thing in the bathroom of you have to wash your hands and cover your face. Yeah.
A couple things, and then I'll wrap this up. I'd be curious to see where stores allow masks or not. At some point, if we don't need them anymore, it's going to be a
banks gonna let
really
us in,
weird.
yeah.
I'm just putting my mask on and going to this gas station. There's a weird line there.
Well,
but
COVID
I
doesn't need to cover your eyes either. You just got to cover right
Yeah,
here.
right.
Yeah.
I think this might have been before we got started, but I mentioned it was a great inauguration ceremony today. And speaking of masks, them ladies, man, their masks were right. Them outfits were on point. The masks were on point. Like everyone just looked good. And I was, for a while, I was like, yo, I'm kind of proud. I was waving my little flag. I don't have a flag, but if I did, I would have waved. Like, I felt a sense of pride. Everyone was looking solid with their outfits and matching masks. Charles already stepped on my segue.
I got excited.
Kind of just random. They sell Girl Scout cookies at Dragon Con.
I did.
What?
I thought he was making a point like, yo, I miss Girl Scout cookies and I can't
I
wait
hate Girl Scout
to
cookies.
go purchase them.
No.
That's
Now he can.
That's his post-COVID move.
But while COVID is going on, I'm going to show the love today to digital cookies. Last week, I showed the love to Good Stuff. They gave me some free cookies. Apparently, that stops. It's not every week. But now I can go to digitalcookie.girlscouts.org and order Girl Scout cookies and have them delivered. This is Troop 6000 out of New York doing big things, finally getting smart. And you can just order them online. Minimum 4 boxes. I'm good with that. I get it. It's a shipping thing. I'll help them out. But
Who the
if
fuck
you,
orders less than 4 boxes
That-
anyway?
that's what I'm saying. That's like half a donut. Who's doing that?
Right.
Dude, no
guys are
shit. The other day I
insane.
took donuts to the office and left them out, and people are heathens, right? So I come in the next day and like they left empty box on the table. I went to throw it away and I felt something in it. Opened it up and there was just 3 chunks of one donut that had been ripped apart, and somebody ate a chunk and left the other 3. Like they ripped it apart and left it. I'm like, this is the shit that Tony and Mike were talking about. What
That
the
sucks,
fuck?
doesn't it?
That guy
No, you
was saving
find
that for later.
them and you
Right.
fire them in front of everybody.
I mean, sometimes
Make an example.
You got to put heads on stakes. I don't want to do it, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got to do it.
I don't want to do it, but you made me do this.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you don't want to order Girl Scout cookies online, definitely go to your local. It's starting. They're popping off. Support your local Girl Scout troop and get some cookies. You can find me on youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. Last week was Betty White's birthday. I just dropped 9 Betty White fun facts. So who doesn't love that? And if you go check out that video, the T-shirt I'm wearing provided. It was a gift by none other than Charles
Betty White.
McFall. No, by you,
wore it.
Charles.
Yes.
So go
Yes.
go check out that video just to see the awesome gift I got from Charles.
That's how we know Charles doesn't watch the videos, Tony.
Oh, I
Charles
know.
is busy as shit.
It just came out today. But everyone else, don't be like Charles. Go check out that video at youtube.com/Tony B. Henderson. Subscribe to us in your favorite podcast app. Give us 5 stars. Man, that would be great. That would really help us out. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can even email us at almostdailypod.com. Yeah, thanks, whoever's supposed to put the note up. So yeah, send us an email. Let us know. Post on social media what you're going to do as soon as COVID is over. So that is it for this episode. Tomorrow we got another one coming up because this is almost daily. And if you're watching live, stick around. Don't go away. And
Where
we're
the hell is that ticker?
Is that what you were trying to do, buddy?
I'm trying to find it.
Social banners. Wait, which one?
There it is.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
It's all good. Yeah, I have so I time my own episodes, like a good moderator, and I have my little clock right here.
Sorry, man. I just looked over like 30 minutes like shit.
Fucking 15 minutes. I like Girl Scout cookies.
I was trying to help.
Oh God.
I didn't know
what
why
we're
you
doing.
weren't picking up on what I was putting down.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Mongo sad.
It happens to the best of us, man. It happens to the best of us. So you know it's gonna. So you know it's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get wrapped every time.
So,
I hate Girl Scout cookies.
Are you
Think
serious
they're
right now?
shit. Yeah, they're
Are you
like
being
the
serious?
shittiest. Yes, they're the I almost said Mandalorian effect, the Mandela effect, where everybody just thinks they're amazing, and they're really just dry, shitty cookies.
Yo, Charles,
Yeah.
I'm with you. There's
Sorry.
only one Girl Scout cookie that I enjoy. The others are garbage.
What's your favorite?
Samoans.
Samoas are good.
Samoas.
That's what I said.
Samoas are good. They're no do-si-do, and they're no tag-along.
Those all
but
sound
they're
like
good.
garbage.
Those are the peanut butter cookie ones.
Yeah,
Uh,
garbage. Peanut butter cookies are garbage cookies for
B-Mel?
garbage humans.
How do I quit?
Gather your children around the computer, B-Mel. I'm going to help you out right now. Santa isn't real.
Oh,
Jesus,
Charles.
spoilers.
You're welcome.
What the hell? Why don't you tell him that fucking Vader's Luke's father, for Christ's sakes?
All right.
You monster.
Also, I want to call it out that I changed Charles's name to Philip Morris like 25 minutes ago, and he didn't even notice.
Never noticed. Never noticed.
It's a good
Just
joke.
Shoving those cigarettes down people's throats. Good job.
So, I was obsessed with black people metal TikTok for a while. It's like a thing, like a sub
That's
scene.
interesting.
But then the Bernie Sanders meme started coming out, and I had to give the other ones a break.
Bernie Sanders meme is so fucking good. Did you see Steph's?
I don't know.
Steph made one.
Yo, they've all been popping. Steph's has been great.
Steph's
was
is
great.
Steph's is here. Let me share it.
Yeah,
how do I-
please.
Share screen. Screen 2.
Don't share the wrong screen. Don't share the wrong screen. Oh no. Oh man.
It's just so fucking. It's so simple. It's so good. Oh,
Simple is always effective.
it's just so wonderful. The
I,
caption that she put on Twitter was, "We had it coming." It's just perfect.
Someone said Bernie looked like he had a bunch of other stuff to do. He was just dropping by Joe's thing.
Joe's thing is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I just shared one in the Adventure Incorporated Discord that was in Jewish yoga. This pose is waiting for my wife at Loman's. Oh,
All right, we're ready to kick off again.
I'm gonna grab a drink like 2 seconds.
we talking about?
What is your
Oh,
favorite
no-
or most hated part about your personality?
I was gonna say now they start getting dark because it was like start off light, dark, and then bring it back. Maybe there anything I bring. All right, cool. Yeah, I can do that.
I would have had this drink before, but somebody decided to just go live.
I told you to go.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not do that.
Drink.
No, just go live when we want.
It was 4 minutes till the
Or
fans
no, it's not
demanded
that. It's don't start the intro. I don't mind going live.
Oh yeah, no,
Still-
it wasn't the intro. It was we went live. He's like, I'm gonna go get a drink. Oh wait, you hit the live button. I'm gonna stay here and stare at you for 5 minutes. I'm like, get your drink, man. Somebody did say about one of the Bernie memes, like Bernie looks like my mom watching me play soccer in Wisconsin. So all right, it's my go. So I'm ready. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Mike, Phil, Tony P, and here with today's topic is Charles.
Hey, everybody. We are here. Almost Daily Discord. Mouse guitaring along with the intro. It's good shit right there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't get a clap or a fuck you, Charles. So I just hit the button and went.
I
Yeah.
just noticed when I was looking something up, we have like over 80 some odd episodes of this show. Now I know you haven't been here for all of them, but it's usually the same intro. So, like,
I love the intro. Phil did a good job finding a good intro, man. It's a great intro.
Free music intro podcast, Google. Give me. Ba-da-na-na.
It worked. So yeah, I came empty-handed to the table, did some quick searches, figured some things out, and I actually liked this question, and everybody's mad at me for bringing it. So here we go. What is your favorite or hated? I'm going to say or. I put and or hated thing about your personality. I'll say I am as big and as loud as they come, and as much as I've tried to hide that and change that in my life, they ain't changing any of that stuff. So I use it to my advantage. I love that. No matter what room I'm going to go into, I own it, because otherwise I'd just be some loud asshole in the corner. That's one of my things.
that's a fine line.
There's a
Fine
fine line with that, right? But see, here's what I do love. You know, that laugh, Mike, your laugh is great. And your laugh made me think about that. There's been so many times I've sat in a small room, like at Dragon Con, right? You go in, there's 5-6 people in the audience, and somebody like a Tony P or Philip drops a joke. And my laugh it's real. I mean, I don't go faking it, so I'm not gonna do it right now. But when I laugh, and it fills the room because it's loud as shit, and that helps people. I've had more than one people going, "Thank you." That because you hit a good joke, you want a good laugh, and when there's 5 people in the room, you might get a or something. No, that's so.
That
that's
must have
one
been
of
a
mine.
Phil joke, because when I drop a joke, people are it's raucous. In all sincerity, trademark.
Rock God of Tide Pod. They're messing with my name tonight. I don't know who did that one, but I'm leaving it.
So, with stand-up comedians and comedy and stuff, if you're a fellow comedian, you're supposed to laugh loudly at the other person's jokes, because people in a room, in a group, nobody wants to be first. No one wants to be the first one to draw attention to themselves by laughing loudly. So by you laughing loudly, it basically gives other people permission. Like, all right, you can laugh too. And then that's why it's always about getting that first laugh. And if you provide it, then everyone gets going. So that's a compliment to you, Charles. Thank you for doing that. It really does help.
Yeah.
When you get that loud laugh out, as long as it's at opportune times and not
Right.
at my grandmother's funeral, which I found kind of odd.
Well, I mean, you dropped a great joke at your
That's
grandma's
true.
funeral.
It was fire. That was
It
It
fire.
was
killed.
fire. I mean,
Oh my!
I gotta give props when I gotta give props, man. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
So.
Tony really knocked him dead.
Hey, get out of here, Dad!
Yeah. No, and I am curious what everybody thinks of everybody else's like a favorite thing of somebody else's personality trait, but we'll get to that. Well, Phil, what is or you know what, Mike, you told a bad joke. What's one of your favorite or hated things about your personality?
Sure. I love that I don't have a problem being the guy that asks a stupid question. That to me is really important because like Tony was saying in comedy, right? Allowing the space for other people to have fun is like really fucking important. In my professional life, allowing a space for a dumb question to be like asked is super important because it helps like underline like what is the core shit that people are just nodding along and pretending to get, but they aren't actually understanding. And so where so much of my job is like make things as simple and easy to understand as possible, I need to know that shit. And so like I will ask the dumbest fucking question in the hopes of drawing out more of those. And I think that's like a thing I'm pretty good at. Cause like, yeah.
And it
Asking
turns out
dumb
a
questions,
lot of times they're not dumb questions, right? It's something that people that you needed to know and nobody wanted to ask because they felt dumb. Because I've done that too. I mean, it's a brilliant thing. It's like, no, I need to ask this question. And if you don't ask, nobody else is thinking about it, you know? Have you ever, let me ask you this, Mike, have you asked a dumb question, everybody in the room went, that's just stupid?
Oh, sure.
Really? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not expect to know, sure. I expected to know. Usually it's a thing people
I have friends like you, right? Like people like I think I have a personality where people know that, oh, if there's a shot, I'm going to take it at him. You know what I mean? And so like sometimes I'll ask the question and people will be like, fucking really? Like your first day? What's going on? You know? But like, then, then they get in on the joke, like halfway through busted my balls. And they're like, oh, I see what you're,
To Charles's point, usually, like if you have the question, someone else has the question.
Right.
Like if and even if you just sincerely missed something or misunderstood or just blacked out, dude, I've done that. Like,
dude,
yo, I just flaked. My bad. I'm sorry.
Every time I do that, every time I do that, I say like the 60% that I caught, and I'm like, so if I'm understanding this correctly, and then I'll just repeat it, and then they'll be like, yes, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I missed that.
You missed the most important part.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's a California thing where you can just quote unquote flake and it's acceptable. Like it's just a thing. Like, yeah, I flaked, and you're like, what? I'm sorry, what? And that's it. You can't question that. Like, what happened? I flaked. Huh? No, what? But it's just when you live in Southern California, it's accepted. You don't like, yeah, you heard me. I flaked. Well, I have a follow-up question. No follow-ups.
No, you don't.
You heard me the first time. Philip, yourself.
Weird.
I'm a workaholic and I hate it. And if I have an opening in my schedule, I normally fill it with something. So
I noticed.
and it's a detriment to everything in my life, but I pour everything I got into my job and into this. So it's something that I recognize, and it's something that I probably won't change, but it's kind of just something that I live with day in and day out. Like, even today, right? I'm home from COVID watch. I have to do data entry. But, like, I could have been streaming, and I thought about streaming constantly today because it was an opportunity for me to not only go on a day I'm normally not, but also a time period that I'm normally not doing on this day, you know? And that matters when it comes to Twitch streaming. We all know this, but if you're thinking about Twitch streaming, listeners, your day and your time matter a lot, you know, especially if you're just getting into it, right? Nobody's just going to stumble onto you. Luckily for me, I have the botch community, and they normally follow me no matter where I go. But, So I was like, well, is it really a missed opportunity to be doing my real job when I should be actually doing another job that I should, but even when I loosen up a day, I'm always trying to like, well, now that day's open, I could probably fit another stream or even, recording of a show or somewhat in that place. And I never really give myself time to relax.
That was my next question. I was like,
Yeah,
Phil,
man.
I know you well enough. Like, I've known you for a while. I have no idea what you do to like just chill, barring say spending time with your family, your kid, I don't care.
I was gonna guess the boy and the guitar.
Yeah. And they're both within arm's reach of me right now, Go to bed, Danny. But
Go to bed, Benjamin.
no, I do enjoy playing video games, right? I do enjoy it. It's still a job to me, it brings in revenue for me that I use and need. So at the same point, it's just like, yeah, I could just be sitting here on my ass, or I could be out there trying to make more money, or trying to bring more content, or trying to do whatever I want, right? And that's I don't know how to stop yet, and I will at some point, or I'll die.
So there you go. Phil, Highest Self says, whenever I have a free time, I'm always thinking of doing something productive. It feel bad when I choose to relax.
Exactly. 100%.
I especially when I first started on the hustle and I was 100% working for myself, right? And I had clients. I was like,
porno mag?
not Hustler.
he did the
Hustle.
cover when he was on the cover of the Hustle.
When I'm on the hustle.
Yeah. But yeah, you're like, oh, I gotta be work. And it's like, I can breathe. Not every minute of my day has to be itemized. So how much money I'm bringing in per second, and all that. And it gets to that point where you either you have to find that way to breathe and be okay. What I'm doing, see, here's how I did it, Phil, is I'm paying into myself. Instead of working for a client, have them pay me, paying into myself by going, I'm going to take this hour and just sit outside and smoke a cigar and watch my kids play in the yard. And that's paying me because it's letting me rest. It's making me happy. And that's working for me and myself.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm treading water, almost drowning. Like, I know how to swim now, boys. Like, this is an ocean I've been swimming in for 10 years.
I know. I got a wine journal you can transcribe for me. I got you, man. But at some point, you got to be happy to go, I'm just going to play my video game.
But
Not
at some
stream,
point, no, I
just
did
play.
get that, right? And look, I used to do the Bro Migos every Sunday night, right? And it was too much. It was too much for me to handle. I would work all week and then come home and then have to continue to perform. So it was just too much, and I cut it out. And, having those
Phil,
Sundays...
Didn't you put another show in that spot?
I did put another show in that spot.
Get him, Tony.
But, A, it's not live on Sunday anymore. B, it's an hour, right? It's not a 3-hour chunk of time.
Right.
And see, doing a podcast when you're just doing a podcast and not doing it on a live, in front of people, we all know it's more relaxing and a little bit more stress is off of you.
Yeah, totally.
Because
it's a totally different experience.
It is. I mean, you have the option to edit, if you fuck up or say something stupid.
More work.
Or try to wrap the segment up 15 minutes early.
Yeah, we could have cut all that if it was a regular podcast. But we're live.
No,
Charles.
you've never listened to my other podcast. I don't cut shit. All my mistakes.
Oh,
are
I
there.
believe it. You and Anthony from the same fucking school of editing.
I'm better than Anthony.
What
The
school
la-
of editing?
Yeah.
Lack thereof.
Oh no, I can edit like a pro. I just like to leave my shit in. But Tony, before you get anything, Mike, he went positive. I went positive. Philip hates that part of it, so he went negative. Are you going positive or negative, Tony? What do you love or what do you hate about your personality?
Oh, it's literally both. It's the same thing. Something that I love, but I hate it is I tend to interrupt, but I interrupt because I get excited about something.
Yeah.
Like it's usually like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I've become, I did it today. I'm in another group for this other podcast thing that I'll share with the audience probably in a couple of weeks. Hey,
Cheating on us?
man. I get around. You guys aren't meeting my needs.
Tony's our get around girl.
But I did it just today. I was like, oh, blah, 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 because I was excited about something. And then I always have to come back to, I'm sorry. I have to acknowledge the interruption. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Mike. What were you saying? That probably doesn't matter, which is why I interrupted it. But still, I want to say the polite thing.
See,
And
this is what I'm talking about.
I'm totally aware of it. Like, I know I do it. I don't know. It might be like weird autistic brain or something. I don't know. I don't know why it happens, but I've just learned to accept it. I know I'm going to do it. And so I try to, again, be cognizant after the fact, and interrupt and apologize for interrupting. It may have to also do with a horrible, crappy memory. So if I don't get it out now, I'm not going to remember what it was. Like, if I don't say it now,
wasn't important.
No,
Sometimes.
everything I have to say is important, Mike.
No, and I've been there, Mike. I've been there where you like, I was going to say something I forgot, probably important. But every once in a while, it's like, oh, shit, no, I was supposed to tell them not to leave the stove
important.
on. Now they're
Oh,
dying.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, mention Emily in chat said, "Are you not supposed to feel bad every moment when you're relaxing?" You know, because that's what a lot of people do. I kind of do that too. Like, I had lunch with a friend today, and half of my conversation was, okay, so after lunch, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. Nobody cares. They didn't want to hear that. But it's going on in my head that, you know, I have to get it out. And then I found myself with like 2 hours free. Like, oh, I kind of overcommitted my time. I'm good. I have plenty of time. And so I just sat and watched the inauguration.
You could have streamed. What do you mean? You had 2 hours.
I'm not a streamer. I don't stream.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when the child was younger, I used to put him down for a nap and then get a stream in, and it was called the midday nap stream. And whenever he would wake up, I would just shut it down.
It's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So those
And then
are
he
videos
stopped.
I watched.
He stopped taking naps. This son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Doesn't he know Daddy's got to hustle?
Fucking apparently
Then-
not.
God.
You can incorporate them into it. But it still goes back to Swan. It's you've got to change to a new reality, right? You've got to own that, because if you just work all the time, you'll end up with a fucking Phillies hat on and an ugly ass beard. And Swan, you would not look good in a Phillies hat and an ugly ass beard. So you've got to relax sometimes. Otherwise, you're fucking Phil the workaholic. This is
You
know what I like?
This is a Flyers hat. This is a Flyers.
It's a P. It's I don't give a shit.
You know what I love?
Flyers.
Cookies.
Cookies. Cookies.
I
Do
hate
you
that
love
about
cookies,
you, Tony. That's what I hate about your personality.
This is what, yeah. Tony will not let it go either. It will be at DragonCon 2025, and he and I will be in the middle of our show. Be like, you know what I love, Charles? Cookies.
So true story. This is I mentioned I had lunch earlier today with a friend. I swear to, as God is my witness, I told this story about the cup holder, and not the cup holder that Charles broke in my car that I had to pay to fix. And not only did I tell this story, I was like, I may have told you this already. And they was like, no, you haven't told me that story. And then I wrapped it up with, yeah, I just tell it as many times as I can. I'm never going to let it go. So you're right. You're right. I got a tackle box of digs.
I found a BMW cup holder for $40. I'm going to buy it, just have it for you.
Just in case? Just
Just
in case
in
you ever
case.
ride in his car again?
No,
Oh,
if he
I think
says
it
it,
actually-
if he says like cup holder starter, just pop it out, flame it out. We're even.
It wasn't just the it's the
Hold on. This was a
work.
BMW that you got into and smashed around in?
Dude, I did not even put my cup in it. My knee hits it. It comes out as I'm trying to get out
I'm
of the car.
not looking for excuses. I'm looking for answers, motherfucker.
Hey, his big bougie ass put Grape Ape in a bougie car.
So I was just literally looking for a yes. It was a BMW?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And
Phil,
Charles broke the cup holder.
This is Tony's fault for letting Charles
That-
in a BMW.
This is fuck off. Bongo, no. This one.
Oh, yo.
Victim blaming.
Here's what I hate about Mike.
Spill it, Phil. Let's
This
go.
motherfucker doesn't know when a bit ends and real things begin. There have been multiple conversations that I have had with Mike, and like halfway through, he's like, I don't know if we're doing a bit right now or if we're being serious. I was like, Mike, Like, we are way past doing bits. Get your head out of the fucking game, dude, and get it back into reality. He's like, this is multiple times I've had to tell him this. Let the fucking, like, now I have like precaution texts I have to send him. Like, hey, we're about to enter real world when things stop being bits and start getting real.
True story.
Yeah, but that's coming from Phil, right, Mike? That's coming from Phil, who will do a bit to death just to fuck with you.
Also, wouldn't it be more fun if it was a bit?
There are no such things as double standards. Like, I will bitch you to death, but when I'm being serious.
Now, what I love about Mike, it's a hate-love thing. The energy, man. We've given you grief about being the Chihuahua on coffee, but damn, man,
Bartlett's coffee.
I can't be Bartlett's. I can't be negative around you because it's just like, I love it, I love it, I love it, and you're like, why don't you love it? And you smack me with the goddamn positivity dick that you have swinging around, and it's awesome. And it's also annoying at 2 a.m. or 10 a.m, you know, but it's still cool.
Stealth King said, Mike takes things too far. We heard the story about the door being removed and making the mess.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. I met Mike over a year ago now, right? At 2 Dragon Cons ago. I think he's getting married. I don't know if it's I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I'm too far in now. You know, like, are we just doing the bit? What are we doing? Oh, all right. I've seen
Holy
like
shit.
I'm trying
It's all just a fucking con, dude. It's just a con.
Wouldn't it be funny if I made her stay up all night just to propose to her, and then I just keep that bit going?
God, if you ruin the bit, now I have to get married. What the fuck, you guys?
It's just
I didn't know if she was. I don't know who's in on the joke. I don't know. I don't trust anything anymore. I just don't know.
Yeah, and that's something I love about Tony. Tony, honestly, he loves more than he says he loves. He does, but he absolutely doesn't give a fuck when he doesn't need to give a fuck. And I've tried to model myself after him a little bit. It's like, why do I care what this dumb asshole over here is thinking about me? Why can't I just say, nah, I'm good? And that's to me, that was Tony in a nutshell. I want that shirt too. So I'm just going, meh, I'm good. Doesn't matter what it is. Tony, do you want to do the most favorite thing that you love in the world? I got to put pants on? Nah, I'm good. You know, and it's changed my con game all the way around, because I used to be like, I gotta be here. Oh, they didn't like this, didn't like that. And Tony's like, hey, I did a show. I'm gonna disappear for 3 hours. Fuck off. And I'm like, you can do that? You could not care about? Teach me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I was watching Cobra Kai this morning, and the takeaway was you get what you give. If you put positive energy into the world, you're more than likely going to get positive energy back, and vice versa. If you put that negativity dildo energy into the world, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, you know, and Phil, you're a little bit of a character of negativity with a world of positivity underneath.
So look, that's another thing that I hate about myself is that
I can't wait for this to be wrapped in a bow of a thing that he actually loves about himself.
I fucking play the fucking villain, the antagonist, on so many different fucking shows and in life that it's now become who I am, right? So like when I first went on Adventure Incorporated, like I dressed up in a suit and a tie and slicked my hair back and got all proper because I thought that they were professional. So like I had this John Hodgman-esque smugness to me that I carried onto their show, and now their community fucking attacks me every time my fucking name gets close because I'm such a hated character, but I love it, right? I love playing that antagonist douche, you know, the guy who's just, oh, please, Adventure Incorporated, no thank you. And that's not who I am, and sometimes I get stuck in this character, and like only a few couple people, like they're like, that's not you, and it's like, I know, it's kind of like a Bowie Ziggy thing, right? Like I was
gonna come back to Pee-wee.
Oh, or Pee-wee. Yeah. Well, you talked about that last week where he couldn't figure out the difference between himself. So it's kind of like a security blanket or my deflective shields that I keep up, is this real angry, depressed kind of dude who always likes to be snappy and angry all the time. But I mean, realistically, that's not who I am. And you can't be that dude all the time. Like you die. And don't get me wrong. Like I have depression, but like I normally don't put that out into the universe to get, pity thanks. But I'm not that kind of dude that just goes around hating all the time. Unless I'm doing other people's shows, and then, god damn it, I'll put the cap and cowl on, and I'll go and fight everybody.
Charles, one of the things that I love most about your personality is the confidence you have. And even if it's a bit or a front or whatever, the same way that Phil's like negative shithead persona is, right? Like even if it's this protective thing, when you're on, you're fucking in it, right? Like I met you at Dragon Con and I thought you were the boss. Like, I mean, you are the boss there, right? Like, now I know you and you're a jamoke like the rest of us, but like fucking in the moment, I'm like, oh shit, like this guy runs shit. Like,
the sound engineers run shit.
Right? Don't get me wrong, it's Scott Moore.
Scott Moore runs everything.
The good Scott.
It's Scott Moore and Joe Ard, and that's it. And without them, we're all fucked. But like at the time, it feels like Charles does something around here, and like I want that. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing from Charles that is like, it's fucking incredible, dude.
Cool.
Speaking of good old Scott Moore, who is an awesome audio
We
tech.
gotta have him on the show.
Yeah, we need to do that. The sound will get way better. He posted a meme today about like all the moving parts at the inauguration. He was like, and there's one sound guy.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
He's dead on with that too.
So true story. I'm watching this, like I told you I had a couple hours on my hands because I didn't overwork myself. I'm watching the inauguration live. There's like powerful moments and songs and things and firsts and history. And I'm looking at the stand in the back. I'm like, yo, that one dude's probably like pissed off right now. Adjusting levels, like bring it down, Gaga. You said you're only going to go to 10, and it just ruined the whole thing. I was thinking about the sound guy.
He broke the rule of the sound engineers is we don't exist. You should never know we're there. We're part of the magic. And, it's easy. Oh man, when something gets off, it's so easy to blame the sound people. But yeah, he's probably right. There's probably a team of sound people for that, but the team would be five people for that whole goddamn production, and then they feed to the news feeds, and the news feeds don't even do their own shit. Scott's on point, man. He's a solid dude, and we gotta have him on the show next week. Actually, we're gonna have Brad the Blind is gonna be here, and Phil, you're gone next week, right? And it's,
spoilers.
Steph
out doing some work or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting some work done.
Yo, he can't talk about it. He's doing something so much cooler than work. It's so cool. But Steph will be sitting in for him. So that'd be cool. But I love cookies. I am the human iteration of Cookie Monsters. You're right, man. Cookie Monsters got everything fucking figured out, man. No, not those cookies. Those are shit cookies. I want insomnia cookies, man. InsomniaCookies.com. I actually have an order on my screen that at the break I'm going to get my discount code and order some cookies from it. It is so good. It's so cool. They ship to your house. They are here in Atlanta, and their whole thing is we give warm cookies till 3 a.m. And I can tell you, man, after a night of drinking at 2:30 a.m., you get in that big ass line and get some warm cookies. It's so good. It's so.
I want to say if you live around them, they deliver too. If you're in the right neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, if you're close enough to drive. I can either go pick some up where I am, or I can have them shipped. And I just opt for the shipping to be lazy about it. But yeah, it's
wait. I'm sorry. You mean shipped or delivered? Like you order them and you get them that night, or like 3 days from now?
So you can have delivery if you're close by, like Grubhub type of delivery. But they also ship them within a day. It's like overnight or 2 days or something. It's not that long to get.
I don't think I knew that.
And they obviously don't come warm, but they come with instructions on how to warm them up and all that jazz.
I want to get high and order cookies.
Microwave.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just Stu in chat said it's only like a 2-mile radius. So
Yeah.
you really got to
Like
live
a Pizza
close to
Hut or
them.
something. Yeah.
I've been, speaking of, Just Stu brought me some Insomniac cookies. They're pretty good. I could eat a lot of them. I shouldn't. That's something else I don't like about myself, but I could do it.
Put a little Nutella on it.
I didn't know either. We're learning all sorts of stuff. Highest Elf said I didn't know they shipped.
I know. That's why I brought the love. You can order it
Aw.
anywhere in the country, and they will ship it to you.
And it will show up hot cookies in the mail.
Well,
Hot
if
and
it's in,
ready.
if it's in
Hot
Georgia,
and sweaty,
yeah.
hot and sweaty cookies.
Oh, all right. So yeah, you can find me charlesmcfall.com. I got to update some stuff over there. Apparently I do actually have to get Finding the Story season 2 put together now. I've got 3 episodes already recorded of it, and then I got this new job, and I've got some awesome people lined up to talk to for this season, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Find everything Almost Daily Pod across the board. Twitch.tv/almostdailypod. You can like and follow and all that jazz here, and we've got a Patreon coming sometime soon
Ooh.
ish. It's in the zeitgeist. We'll get to it.
We have an
pull it out there.
Instagram, Charles. Why aren't you talking about that?
Because I don't control the IG, and I don't know who fucking does. And you motherfuckers didn't take on the what does your car say about you challenge, except Tony. Tony threw his dick down on TikTok and tagged me and Phil in it. And
Also,
like,
you-
oh,
also-
what?
also
What am I supposed to do with
YouTube.
that?
Also,
also YouTube- oh, you threw it on YouTube as
youtube.com/
well?
Tony P. Henderson. I'm glad you know that's been up for a couple weeks, so you really aren't keeping up, but that's okay.
Hey,
I
you
wore
know how
your-
TikTok
I wore
works.
Your, I wore
It
your
tagged
I
me.
wore your shirt.
Not that goddamn it, the car one, Tony. It's not been up for a couple weeks. It was last week because we did. What does your car say about you last week? And then I put the pictures in disc. Anyway, why y'all get me riled up? Why do I?
That's
Future
me.
at Coast
You need
is up
some
next.
cookies or something, man.
I do. I need some cookies. All right, we're out of here. I do actually think. I think
I
Phil's
think it's
up next.
Phil next. Yeah.
Philium is up next. So stay tuned if you're live. If you're on the podcast, why the fuck
I'm
aren't you live?
so sorry. Yeah, so sorry.
All right, I gotta go get my discount code. I'll be right back.
You need to go do something, dog. You need to go do something.
Jeez. Poor Phil.
So
Playing
yeah,
the
so
bad
this
guy.
is Insomnia cookies.
Yo,
Warm, delicious,
so
delivered. Look at that. Yeah.
Tony, I have a membership to a cookie delivery company in
Let's ship
Austin.
nationwide. Yeah, that's new. Wow.
They
Yeah, hey, doc.
basically they charge you like $6 to deliver hot, fresh cookies to your house, unless you have the membership, which is $60 a year. I'm definitely going to order cookies more than 10 times in a year.
That's fair. That makes sense. So yeah, not only are you saving money, Mike, I know you're big on this, man. You're supporting small business.
That's right. Oh, Bean, hell yeah, I order cookies more than 6 times a year, bud. Let me tell you. I mean, you have to pay for the cookies additionally, but then like the delivery fee is $6, or you can pay the yearly subscription fee or whatever to knock off the delivery cost. And then they send you like a free cookie for your birthday and shit, and like it's pretty nice.
What's this cookie butter dip? Huh.
Yo.
I didn't know they delivered. So save on merch. It just says cookies. Look at that
Cookies?
shirt. Look at
Look
that.
at the
Just
hat. Look at
cookies.
the hat.
no
Cookies.
no brand, no logo, no nothing. Cookies.
Cookies.
So is that a Insomnia shirt?
Nah, just a cookie shirt. Just a huge cookies fan.
I don't care where they're from. The one I went once or twice, right? There's I'm assuming if Jess is still in
They made that shirt for you, Tony. Damn.
I'm getting it. I'll have it by
Damn.
Dragon Con. I'll have it by Dragon Con. If Jess is still in chat, let me know. Is Insomnia just out of Atlanta? Like, I don't know, but here we go. There's a locations button. Take that.
Yeah,
But
Highest Elf said that there's one in Oklahoma.
Really? Queen hat.
So-
That's a good shirt. Love a good cookie shirt.
Type Austin, Texas in there and see if there's any
No.
near me.
No. They started in Pennsylvania. I had no clue. I didn't know it was a
That's the first one.
chain. I just boom.
Oh shit. And it's downtown.
2323 San Antonio Street, Austin, Texas.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. So there's one in Syracuse, one in Pennsylvania. Apparently, it's a big chain, which I never realized. But I will say, I walked in like the first time. I was excited, and I walked in to one. I was like, "Oh, this is just an empty room." Like the one in Little Five Points in Atlanta is just like a little fridge with milk, and like a room that's too big for the one shelf, and you're just like, "Oh, all right." But them cookies are straight, dog. They were straight. We get no money. Oh, we need to reach out to them about for a sponsorship. Or
Yeah,
something.
gotta get some affiliate codes.
Gotta get that
Cookie money.
cookie shirt. Cookies.
Cookies.
It's the dumbest fucking shit. I'm sorry. Who was it? Might have been
I
Queen
wanted to
Hat.
have an
Like,
exclamation point.
I'm
on
sorry.
The
It
end
needs
of
something.
No, it doesn't.
It's the dumbest fucking shirt.
It's perfect.
Ship cookies, gift cards, gear.
Gear.
Damn,
Cookie gear.
I need to run to the restroom, but I'm looking at these damn cookies.
Send cookies.
Oh, that's it. That's all the gear. All right.
No, hit shop apparel.
Boom. Oh, they got a glow up tee. Oh, I like this one. Cookies, 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 cookies. Gold standard. Oh, see, that makes more sense.
I like the one that just says cookies instead.
Cookies.
Cookies. Let's go.
Damn, dude. Oh, it's a sweatshirt. I was like, yo, it's $35.
Got
Or
those to
send
shop.
cookies. The world needs more cookies. That's true.
Eh.
I agree with that. It's the hat. It's the hat.
I
that
keep
gets
trying
me.
to scroll on your screen, Tony, and you're not.
And so,
I hate
oh,
that.
social distance T-shirt. Haha. Kind of like that. I will do it together, Mike. What do you want to go up? Ready? Go.
Up. I'm scrolling.
Woo! Look at you, Mike. Look at Mike.
I scroll so much faster than this, Tony.
Oh, Mike,
really-
you're doing woo. There you go.
Yeah. I'm like
Woo!
I'm one of those spazzy scrollers. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
bum, bum,
God.
bum, bum, top,
Where you can
top
hear
on,
the
top on.
mouse, hear the
Yeah, yeah,
scroll
yeah.
wheel moving. All right, y'all, and we're back. Yeah, let's. I will. Someone remind me. I will rock that cookies shirt, or I'll just make one that says cookies by Dragon Con.
Hey y'all, before the next segment starts, what's it cost to get termite treated? Because it looks like we might have some.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like,
It
is
probably
it-
depends
have-
on how
have-
bad the infestation is.
Have any of y'all ever had to deal with that shit? Tony, you probably not because you live in an apartment.
I used to rent my folks' old house, but no, we didn't. They got like regular service, like just the
Yeah,
monthly
us
regular
too.
work. And you still got termites?
Hey, fuck, are you serious, B-Mill?
It depends how
GoFundMe.
bad it is. Yeah.
GoFundMe.com.
So about those cookies, we ain't. Yeah, I'll do it. People are like, I dare you to wear a pink cookie shirt. Y'all don't know me. Shoot, I'll have that. I'll wear that next week. I'll be right back though. I do need to use the restroom. I'm not coming back with a pink cookie shirt.
Jesus. You scared the shit out of me, B-Mill. I don't know how much owning a house costs. This is our first one.
Yeah, owning the house can get
15K.
you, man.
I just got caught up watching some of the inauguration, and I had to message a friend to tell him well done.
Oh yeah, what they
Oh?
do?
Yeah, I'll tell you off stream.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Highest Elves X gave them bed bugs. It's the fucking worst. I stayed at a hotel in Timonium, Maryland when I was going we were going on a baseball road trip to go watch the Red Sox play the Orioles, and we stayed at a hotel with bed bugs. I kept all of the clothes. Yeah. We found out in the morning, right? Because we were covered in bites. They were like, oh, yeah, we'll just knock 50% off your bill. I was like, you have this happen so often that you have like a discount code preloaded for this shit?
There's a protocol.
Right. Like, that's fucked up. And so I just kept everything we brought with us in a bag in the front yard for 2 months because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I don't want to throw away like my jerseys and shit, but I also don't want this. See, B-Mail knows.
This guy gets it. I had bed bugs once. I think it was from like a really nice, like a fancy hotel I stayed in Seattle. I was there for work, and so like work put me up in a nice hotel, and I was like, that's the only thing I could explain. And then it became this like giant issue with the apartment complex, and it was fun because I owned them up.
We had a situation where our house, this was an apartment we had in Lancaster. One day when I got home from work, there were citronella ants all over the walls. And they looked like termites with like wings and everything. And I was like, what the fuck? We couldn't sleep in that place because they were everywhere. You couldn't do anything. We just had to move for a little bit, like pick up a hotel until they could
Dude, if
get
there were
rid of
ants,
all that, man.
If there were ants in our house, we would move permanently. Steph fucking hates them so much. Like, hates them. Ugh.
They go away. I mean, you can kill them, you can do kind of stuff, and I mean, like in
There was
Georgia,
thousands of them, and they all
I'm
just
not saying
came.
to go in their own, but
No, but like
that's 1,000, a
they were-
lot, yeah.
They were there. I mean, we were in there for like a year and a half, nothing, and then out of nowhere they just appeared.
Weird.
And then after they treated the house, never had an issue with them again.
Yeah,
Dude, I used to rent my parents' old house, and we had like a little cheap barbecue grill that I left closed for like a year. Opened it up, bees. Like the bees had moved in and built like this giant hive. I am not ashamed or embarrassed to tell you the scream I made when I was like, oh, I should move this grill, and all these bees came out of it. Long story short, ran to the grocery store, came back, hid behind the glass door, and like sprayed it.
yeah,
Bee spray.
yeah.
But like I had like a shield of the
Yeah.
door in case they kind of ran up on me. I could run back in the house.
And they were the
like fucking-
tastiest burgers he ever made. Was that bee poison burgers?
Yes, sir.
You looked like fucking Minneapolis PD out there.
Did you take little bee heads and put them on little toothpicks? Because sometimes you got to put heads on steaks, man. So with
who's
that,
Yeah, who's up? All right.
It would have been funnier if you said, yeah, and then he put on a porterloin and then put all their heads onto the meat because it's better to put heads on steaks.
It would have been funnier, but not funny.
yeah. Thanks for correcting my ass, fuckos.
Somebody's got to do it constantly. Like, we have a discount. We have to do it. So
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Tony P., Charles, Mike, and here with today's topic is Phil.
what's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to Almost Daily Discourse, a podcast about who gives a fuck. I am your host, Philip D. Keating, as always, the imaginary nomad, bringing in some topics, right? Last 2 weeks ago, we talked about politics, brought it down a notch in seriousness, and talked about mental health. So we're gonna keep keeping it light again today. We're gonna talk about dealing with failure and how you deal with failure throughout your miserable lives. Failure is something that everybody in this world has to deal with. No matter if it's in your job, in your job. I said, yeah, job and work. That worked. Look, I'm failing all over the place.
You're failing in your jock.
I know. Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
That's what she said.
Oh,
So failures in your life constantly, right? And it's all really about how you recoup and push through, the other douchebags that are trying to keep you down and keep failing. So I was just wondering, what do you guys do to kind of to work past the inevitable act of you failing at something?
Phil, I think you did a great job getting through that, bud. And it's just really important that you have somebody in your back and like in your corner that's always got your back through those failures. For me, like I require more external validation than I'd like.
Oh God, yeah.
And so like having somebody that's got my back through shit when I fuck up and they're like, man, it's all right, don't worry about it. Like I need that.
100%. 100%. And, if it's not shows or relationships, I mean, I even have a marriage that didn't work out. But it's not my failures that define me. It's the rebuilding and what I do after I fail that really tells the story of my life. And that's kind of, I'm hoping what everybody does, right? When you fail at something, there's always something that you can learn and adjust and then correct it in your life and go forward.
That's the biggest point to take. I mean, you jumped to the end there, but that's the takeaway is sometimes you have to deal with the ramifications of what you failed at, right? And dealing with human ramifications versus money or items or something else. Oh, that guy, I wrecked a car because I failed at driving well, but nobody got hurt. Okay, that's a different ramification than skipping a funeral that your wife wanted to go to because she was very tied into this person, and instead you chased a pipe dream of getting famous on the internet and went and did a TV or an internet show that went nowhere with somebody. Did you think it was another
trunk or treat?
God damn it, Tony! One reference. Fucking reference, man, all night.
No, I'm good. I'm not going to another trunk or treat. Actually, it was
he thought there was going to be Girl Scout cookies there. He's like, fuck that.
Fuck that. But you can always adjust and course correct. I mean, I'm sure somebody could probably come up with reasons why there's failures that are permanent, but you always have to learn. I mean, I was trying to think of like a Dragon Con fail that I've done.
But I fucking killed it all the time.
I kind of do on Dragon Con. I mean, good people around me. It's not me at Dragon Con. It's me and the people that, if it was just on me, I'd fuck something up. Okay. Oh, you know what? We rented some gear. The last year that we were there, and we checked it in the store. Everything looked fine. I think, Phil, you're with me. We checked everything. Went to set shit up, and there were some pieces missing. This tripod didn't work. A camera plug didn't work. And we just had to go, okay, we're going to suck it up and move on. And behind the scenes, there was a lot of kerfuffle about that. We had some really people who thought they were high talent that weren't. They were like, where's my camera? Where's this going on? And I kept having to explain all weekend long. We're doing the best we can. This is what I've got. And it was the bane of my existence. But we went through, and I embraced the mics of the world like, this was the best shit ever, man. Thanks. And like, cool, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
You already know I was next to you, like, really. So, what about that camera in that other room?
And we kind of, I mean, with that, we kind of lucked out because I brought my tripod and my camera equipment, right? So we had an option there to move through it. But yeah, and even returning it, man, was just such a headache. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I fucking had failures at Dragon Con, right? I got too drunk on stage and threw something into the audience. Did it hurt anybody?
No.
No. Could it have? 100%.
Was it a glass bottle?
Yes, it was. Now, are we talking the size of a beer bottle? No, it was bigger than that. It was a full handle that was just filled with cement, and I threw it as hard as I could to hit Charles.
Shrapnel.
Yeah. Like we said on stage, it wasn't on fire, so that's a plus.
But okay, so the more sober people actually stopped the fire from happening.
Because I couldn't get the lighter working.
And then it was like no. I was like, no. There's
that
almost
sounds
fire.
to me like the failure was not bringing matches.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But like, and that's the thing, right? We can laugh about this now.
Yeah.
But when it happened,
It was a little bit of an
it was
ordeal.
fucking terrifying, right? And for the year leading up to it, it was terrifying. We didn't know if my actions was going to jeopardize the entire show from ever returning to DragonCon because
that's a great
I was
story.
stupid.
And then you had me like, so you're gonna throw some stuff in the audience again this time?
So that's a great story because at the end, I mean, he sobered up real fast and it pulls me off in the corner. We should be celebrating and being with the fans. Pulls me off. I was like, man, I fucked up. I was like, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. And DragonCon Regina called me a couple weeks later. Somebody made a complaint, and we talked about it. We worked through it, and honestly, I cannot remember the guy's name she quoted, but she's like, hey, just as such always says, we're human. We all make mistakes, but we learn from them and we go make different mistakes.
It was
And I was
Highest
like-
Elf in chat. That's who she was
Is
quoting.
that who she was quoting? Highest Elf?
in our chat.
But it's true.
Yeah.
What did I change the next year? Did I get blackout drunk on stage? Only at the end. No.
It was all
No.
cans, baby.
Plastic
Can't get in
bottles.
trouble with cans.
No, but yeah, I didn't drink as much on stage, I slowed everything down a bit, on my pacing and all that. And we had no issues for our show, and everybody had a lovely time who stayed. And then somebody gave me a stunner at the end, and that was fun.
Someone-
So
Of the Stone
Stunning
Cold
like
variety?
hands.
yeah, I think it was Tony.
I wish. Man.
But like I said, it was a huge fucking catastrophe that I caused. I had my outcome, and then I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the adult thing. We all know, and everyone in the chat knows, nobody's perfect. You learn from your mistakes. That's why they're there. If it's something that needs to be fixed, fix it. Like, if I make a mistake at work, I had that once a couple of years ago. I used to work emails for Aflac, like to all our customers and stuff. I sent an email out too early before another piece was ready to go. So basically, it was an empty link. Hey, click on this to receive ABC. And the ABC team was like, hey, dog, like, we talked about this. We're not ready yet. That comes at this time. And my boss was like, what were you doing? I was like, I was trying to get ahead of it. That was my legit, like, dude, trying to get it wrapped up, get ahead of the game before we left for the holidays. And I learned the lesson, and I fixed it. There were things I had to do to go fix it. We fixed it, learned from it, and moved on. So we all know that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to ruminate on it for a lifetime. And I do, depending on how big the failure is, I have what I'll call like a mope day. Like, all right, dude, you can just be totally crying and whining about it for a day. Just go all in, just whatever, get it out. And then tomorrow you wake up, new day, you're over it. Sometimes that takes 2 or 3 days, depending on the severity. But if it's that bad, if it's something that I really, really feel bad about that I messed up, I apologize for one, probably profusely, much like Phil after he hit that little girl with the glass bottle. And then,
Well, she
And
was
then
in a
The orphan paraplegic girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was in that
wheel.
wheelchair. She couldn't move.
Yeah.
and then, yeah, I just, like I said, I will beat myself up for it for a day. And then, so if you're not watching live, you should. We welcome you to come out every Wednesday
I'm
on
sorry.
Facebook
I
and Twitch.tv.
apologize.
And Phil and Charles just tried to fist bump each other and failed miserably.
failed.
We did it. We won. They can't
And
say
so what they'll do now tomorrow is spend a day and
Moping
mope
about it.
that failure of a fist bump.
They'll be
Thanks for
texting each other.
kicking
Hey,
it,
bro,
yeah.
like, yeah, you did your best you can, like, I got your back.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
2 hours?
I'm
We
okay.
need to practice. I'm going to fill these 2 hours with practicing. Our
It
hand
happens.
motions.
It happens to the best of us. We just got to learn and come back better. And yeah, we got this. We got this.
Next time we'll do a fist bump.
Yeah.
But
But
I-
Kit Kat, go ahead, Phil.
No. Take it, Charles.
Kit Kat's talking about when it comes to failure, it's so hard to rely on anyone because I'm too independent. I don't care what it is. I'll deal with it. I'll allow myself a day. I must have a pity party, and after get back to work, whatever I'm doing. And then, Highest Self says, I get that. I'd rather, responding to Kit Kat, I'd rather trust you than feel like a burden on others. I've been there, I still go there sometimes, honestly, with my family and stuff. My wife and I were talking about something last night. She's like, we could have said no. And I'm like, yeah, but it was something you were really into and you liked it. And whether or not you were listening to what I wanted or not, this is a couple years ago, I made the mistake of letting somebody take over what I wanted to do. And she had good intentions, but she did it her way, which is not what I wanted. And
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
living
let
with
this
it.
trunk or treat thing go, man.
God damn it, Tony. But and that's the thing. If you trudge through and you just live with it, and you're afraid to burden people, I think it puts you into a more dangerous space than just trying something and failing. And that's what I do want to toss out to everybody. It's not when you have to deal with your own failure, but what if you depend on somebody and they fail you?
Dead to
Yeah.
me.
Immediately just cut them out. They are fucking gone. No, like for me, I hope for the best and plan for the worst in everything I can, right? And so when I need to work with other people, which I do a lot, especially for my job, my other show has 5 other people on it, right? This one is 4 of us. Like, I do a lot of group work, and I like it. I love group work. And when people don't like uphold their side of it, like that's fucking life. And the thing that I always try to like carry forward is how would I want them to respond to me fucking it up? Because eventually I'm gonna, right? And so, like we talked about in the episode we recorded just a minute ago, like you get what you give, right? And so I try to put out as much of like, dude, I totally get it. Like, these are the things that you're doing great on. Like, don't kill yourself about this one fuck up. Like, let's move on from it and like take the learnings that we can and bring it into the next time where we have to do this again and kill it then. Because that's what I want them to do when I fuck shit up. I'm beating myself up enough as it is, like Tony said, right? Like I'm giving myself the fucking 10th degree or the 9th, whatever degree it is that you give them. I'm giving one more than that even. Like I am my harshest critic by far. And so like, I don't need other people to do that for me. I need them to have my back. Like I'm right off the jump, I said it. So
See, and I could have used you on Monday because I had a failure with Tristan, right? There was a miscommunication between me and T. I drove.
Tristan, in general, is a failure.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, look at him. But like we were going to do botched films, right? And we were all going to do it in the studio to practice to see how mask would work during live shows, right?
Sure.
Because now that he's back home, he's like, I want everybody in the studio to be wearing a mask. And I agree with him, and I don't have a bad reason. I don't have a good reason to tell him, no, that shouldn't be a thing. It should have been a thing a year ago. So we were like, all right, let's use botched films, which is not a recording, but it will let the Twitch viewers see us wearing masks, and then we can listen to the sound to see if it's muffled or anything like that, kind of make changes for it. But when time to do botched films roll around, T was nowhere to be found. I was like, well, where the fuck are you, dude? He's like, oh, I'm not coming in. Right? So there was that failure of communication between the two of us. And I was pissed. Super pissed. Like, driving to the studio takes an hour. Gas takes money and time. Like, that's an hour that I could be streaming. Like, don't waste my time, dude.
Making money.
So I was really pissed, right? And so like I left the studio angry. We delayed botch film so I can get home. And on that ride home, I just got angrier because I was alone with my own thoughts and the person in front of me wasn't going 75 through the mountain like I normally like to do. So I was just getting angrier to the point where when I finally got home, I ripped into him like hard because I was so fucking angry. And it was such a minor inconvenience, right? That just kind of blew up in my face. And I said, nope, fuck this. Our energy's not on today. I'm not coming on to the show because I don't want it to be awkward for everybody because I'm still actively angry at you. go on and do it yourself with Dennis. And he was like, with her? All right.
Classic.
But
She doesn't even go here.
like Tony was saying, it's sometimes you need to take a day or two to kind of realize like, yeah, I fucked up. I know I did, right? And the first thing I did once I got up the next morning was text T and was just like, hey man, that was really uncalled for by me. Maybe we did have a lack of communication and some slip up there, but like my way of ripping into you is never should be any way that people communicate, because it's out of pure anger and there's no constructive criticism coming in and out of this. I said the only thing that we need to do now is to kind of work on saying exactly what we're feeling, because I thought for fuck you were coming into the studio. Dennis thought you were coming into the studio. Nobody else knew except you, and you need to just tell us. And I also need to work on my responses, right? I can't be fucking dropping third degree burns. I think third degree is what you meant to say when you roast people. Third degrees on everybody, because things don't go my way. And I've learned from that, right? And also, spoilers, on Tuesday, Botched had a fucking COVID scare. So, like, not only, was it karma that was hitting me in the face, but it was... Did I just hear Steph laugh? Okay. Not only that, but, like, we got that other thing going on now. So, like, I just fucked up. I know I fucked up. I could have used your advice, a couple days ago, but I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to learn that I can't fucking just rip into people. And if I am that angry, I need to step out of a situation, look at it on a third person view, and then approach it in like an hour or so.
You need to hit up your positivity dildo, my dude.
Yeah. Yes. We need those in the merch store. I think we have people working on it. They're gonna design that for us.
Working on them. Somebody's working on them dildos.
Yeah, we got that. We're on it. And Phil, I'm sure.
Can we throw those at our panel? Or is that under the... Anyway.
As long as they're not glass. And Phil, I know you well enough, and I could tell just by the story, like, you felt bad about it, and like, no one likes feeling that way. Like, oh man, I don't like feeling bad that I chewed my friend out. So that helps motivate not do it again. Like, oh, I felt pretty crappy. One thing I keep staring at, awesome. We have Forgin Winting, who does forging on Twitch. He's whittling away and he's making us some. So that works perfect. I kept staring the whole time. I'm hearing everyone's stories. KJP4 in chat said she had a friend who's a preschool teacher that left a kid outside. So, I mean, at least you didn't do that.
Yeah.
No, but I mean that's the old trope, right? Like a father leaves the ballpark and his kid's standing there like, where are you? It happened to me. It's going to happen to the child. Like, I mean, it's just...
Are you guys leaving kids? So I don't have children. Are you guys leaving kids? Like,
No.
I've never done it, but I was a summer camp counselor for 5 years, and one of my very, very, very closest friends from summer camp, she had taken her kids out for a secret pizza run.
Oh boy!
And so she had borrowed a van from camp.
It was a white van. There was no windows.
Yeah.
She just threw the kids in the back.
It just said cookies on the side.
Puppy.
And she had driven them into town to get pizza. And she looked down at her watch, and they were going to be late for their next period of like camp activities. So she's like, oh shit, everybody get in the van. Let's go. We gotta go. And she sees all the kids that were at the table get in the van.
Oh no.
And so she follows them out to the van. These are like 14, 13-year-old kids.
But I see where
She
you're going.
follows them out to the van. She gets in the van. She drives back to camp. We see her pull into camp. All the kids come out, and we look at her and say, hey, where's Jake? Jake was in the bathroom.
Yep.
Jake wasn't
Didn't do a
at
head
the
count.
table.
Yep.
And so she gets back in the van and goes and picks up Jake all by himself, sitting outside of the pizza restaurant. Jake's late to his next period, and she gets in a fuck ton of trouble for
Yeah.
almost losing a child.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
leaving a kid. That'll get you. That's classic Simpsons with the buddy system.
Yep.
Like, well, as long as my buddy's here, I'm good.
So, and something like that, sometimes there's failures that will get you fired, and you'll learn from that type of deal. I had somebody tell me a story today, doing some audio work or whatever. This guy did great all week until this one last thing he was doing, and he had to do this special thing, and somehow he burned up a $200 piece of equipment for a client. So the boss, who was out of town, the client had to wait all weekend for the boss to come back on Monday, order it and all this stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, sorry, man, you're a good kid, but I can't afford to have you around." And those kind of things you learn from. Some things you just regret, and you learn from it, but it won't help what happened, right?
Yeah.
And one of my biggest regrets is how Breaking the Panel actually ended, which is there was an incident that happened, and instead of addressing it and dealing with it, it sat and it stewed, and it changed the dynamic to the point that I had to look somebody in the virtual eye, because on the phone, and say, "I don't want to create with you anymore." And my failure in that was not just tackling it and addressing it to start with. And it was a hard lesson to learn, and it changed everything. So, life goes on and life moves on, but there's not a time that I don't think about it that says, could I have changed the relationship? Maybe the show would have changed. Maybe we would have gone on to ADD anyway, but it hurt people in the process.
The situation in hindsight can always be handled better. I'm going to pick on Phil, much like with Tristan. Like, that could have been handled better, and that's what you learn, and hopefully those things don't happen again. I'm a big proponent of not letting stuff just sit. Now, this is going to be the biggest hypocrisy ever, so just get ready. When I let a team,
you went to a trunk or treat.
Oh, I love them. They're the most fun.
Well, it was a Trump or treat. Yeah, totally different event.
It was all oranges. It was weird. Oranges and Cheetos. I was like, oh, that's
kind of awesome.
The biggest
awesome.
hypocrisy ever. With my teams, whether it be a team that I do creative stuff with, or when I let a team at work, time and time again, I'm like, don't let it pile up. Don't let it. If you got an issue, get it out. Don't let it fester. Don't let it fester. Don't let it fester. I'm the quiet. I don't share jack. So I, if I can help it, will not share and let it fester. But you shouldn't. And when it comes to things, like Charles's story, or again Phil's story, instead of, maybe it could have been discussed sooner, instead of letting it fester for that hour ride or whatever it may have been. So yeah, if there's something going on, man, just don't let it fester. And our little inside baseball, we vowed that to each other when we made the show. Like, hey man, if there's issues, make sure you say something. But again, you can ask any ex-girlfriend. I'm notorious for just sitting on stuff, because I always think it's not that big. I'm like, that'll be all right. I'll get over it. No, I'll get over it. It's fine. I'll get over it.
Right.
And we're talking like 6 months down the road. I'm like, I'll get over it. And it's like, why are we still talking about it? Give me another month. I'll get over it. And so it's a trap. It's a trap. You don't get over it.
I think what we're all saying though is like, we're gonna fuck up. Everybody fucks up in basically everything at some point or another, right? And the hope is that you've put in the good work ahead of that fucking up to make it okay. And in a situation where you haven't put in that good work, you're not going to get another chance, right? Like that dude that fucked up his first weekend or whatever. Yeah. That's it. My homie who left a kid at summer camp was still like one of the best counselors that that camp had ever seen, right? Like Phil and Tristan are gonna be fine, because like if they were closer, Tristan Steph would be very uncomfortable. Like, it just, the work that we do ahead of that fuck up is so much of like what gives us the grace to fuck up with each other.
Yeah.
Yes. It's true. And I've worked at did you guys know I worked for a farm? I worked at the farm for 10 years now. I fuck up once a week. But you're right, Mike. It's all the times that I didn't fuck up or went beyond, expectations that allow these little fuck ups to to slide by. Yes, or is there anger and fighting? Yes, but I mean, it always gets rekindled because they have nobody else to take that job. But that's besides the point. But you're right. It's all
Every
about the
week, they're
goodwill.
like, we said apples. These are tomatoes. Yeah, I flaked. Sorry, man.
I mean, they're both red.
So what I'm getting at is red and green fruit, and you got them, right?
Bartlett Coffee here at Reed's Orchard.
Juice, marinara, whatever.
But that's the other thing is you may not realize it in the moment, but you get grace. You know, somebody gave you a second chance. Somebody didn't chew your ass like they could have. They didn't fire you like they could have. Sometimes you do realize that. I mean, that used to be my motto when I was a full-time paramedic. I told my boss, my commander boss, and her boss, if I'm not in your office once a week, I'm not doing my job right because I'm an asshole and I do my job well. So I'm going to piss somebody off. I'm going to save lives, but I'm going to piss somebody off. That's part of my person. And
How do you piss off somebody in a medical emergency? How
Dude,
bad do you have?
I tell people to shut up. I tell them to get the fuck out of my truck. I did all kind of shit. Not patients, but their families mostly.
Charles has traked 57,000 people.
That's just during COVID. But now that I'm the boss, I had a kid sitting in my office today, and I call him a kid because he's barely 20, 21 years old, and
Barely
he's
60.
new to the field, and
He's only 6'1".
Yeah,
Like he's so.
shit.
I have to get down on one knee to talk to him.
All right, listen up, kid. I'm going to tell you
Sport.
a few things.
Hey, sport.
I've tried to be
All right,
as,
buddy.
as
You
explain
got
as I
this.
can about what salary means versus hourly and this and that and the other. And he's like, yeah, you might as well. You're dicking me over. And I'm like, I'm just going to roll on and explain. It's like, if you think it like that, you won't be here for very long because you're not understanding what I'm trying to show you the needs of the business, this and that. But let me tell you something else. I will laugh that off because that's who I am, because I've been through so many situations where I said some bullshit that now I can look back on and going, oh, yeah, they could have fired me a whole hell of a lot. I was a handful. I was an asshole. I probably should have gotten a whole lot more trouble than I did. But like you're saying, Mike, some of what you do good balances the bad. But I was like, you go to your other job and you tell your boss they're dicking you over, more than likely you're not going to have that job anymore, man. But I'll see you tomorrow. You're good. And you pass. My point is you pass that. Once you got to realize people have given you room to mess up. They have helped you. They have guided you. They have forgiven you and given you grace. And you need to do that as well. And the moment I learned to do that with my wife, 'cause I used to yell at her about everything early on, and something else happened, but she got a speeding ticket, basically. And I was so furious. I remember being in the car thinking about it, and it was like, something else triggered. And in that spot, I was like, well, life goes on.
It's because you were
I'm
letting
human.
other stuff fester.
Exactly.
And then the ticket became
Yeah. It came the thing. But I realized, Mike, I think you said it. It probably was Phil, but I'm going to give Mike the credit.
Yes.
I hope it's a Hitler quote. God damn it!
What do you want people to do to you? So I would want somebody to go, okay, I understand. You made a mistake. Life goes on. Let's learn from it and fix it, right? It's in the not fixing it that you fuck up. And that's when my whole relationship changed. And I started treating her more like a human being and less, like I was a big douchebag.
Yo, that's legit. Actually, something I said. That's fucking
Cool.
dope, Charles.
There you go, Tony.
You're welcome.
If there's one thing that we can take away from all this is that there is some fucking clout in your failures, right? There's something always to be learned and something for you to change. If it's on your job or in your own life, if it's with a person, right? Relationships are like jobs, man. It's something that has to be worked at and it has to be kept alive and can't just let it just sit there and go through the motions. The more that you ignore them, the worse that it gets. We've talked about this before. I'm also not happy with the way that Breaking the Panel ended at all. And I was part of the problem. But there is something that I can take away and that I'm going to move on with the rest of my life, and I'll have that lesson in my pocket to deal with it. It's not about the stumble. It's about the recovery, right? You can always have a false start during a race and end up winning that race at the end if you fucking just keep your head down and keep muscling through and keep working through it. So I have some things I failed out this week, right? Is it the end of my world? No. Am I fucking upset that I fucked it up? I am. Am I disappointed and did it to myself? 100%. But it's not going to keep me from getting back up and trying again and again and again. That's the Spider-Man fan in me. No matter how many times I get knocked down, I'm going to get back up for the next punch. So that's all I got to say on failure. Who I'm going to show the love to today is one of my friends who does wonderful streams over at twitch.tv/Nicole091991. Nicole streamed for 5 hours today building Legos.
Hell yeah.
She opened up a Lego set, built the whole thing on stream. It was fucking incredible. It's also Nicole's birthday today as we are recording this. Happy birthday, Nicole. She normally streams on Saturdays, but the best way to catch her streams is to follow her over at twitch.tv/Nicole0991. Hit the bell, and any time that she goes live, you'll be alerted. So check that out when you can. Happy birthday, Nicole. You want to follow me because you should. I'm at The Imaginary Nomad at Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram with a 1. We just finished Soma, and we are now dreadfully working our way through Resident Evil 7. That sucks, and I hate it. And I want to stop playing it, but they're forcing me to do it.
Is it a bad game, or is it just scaring you?
It's terrifying me.
Is that the
It's an
redneck
incredible
one?
game.
It's
Oh
an
my God.
incredible game, but it sucks,
so
and I
scary.
hate it. I fucking hate it.
Is that
Dude,
the
I
one
played
with,
the
like,
demo and it's too scary.
It's the house. It's the one with the haunted house with the fucked up family. Twitch.tv. You know what? Check out the
That
VOD.
was, last 4 years
Twitch.tv.
in the White House.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look at this guy with the political
Hey,
joke.
what the fuck? You want to support me? Patreon.com/Imaginary Nomad. We've had a bunch of new people come in and join the fucking community. It's turning into a wonderful place where people just make fun of me all the time. I don't know what it is. I'm not a scaredy cat. You are. Almost Daily Pod, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Gmail, Anchor, CC Store. Go check out that WAP shirt that Tony P loves so much. Tiny.cc/GSTU. This has been Almost Daily Pod, a podcast about failing. Check us out in a couple days and we'll do things. I don't know. See ya. Oh, shit! No, don't end yet. This is my last show for January. I have a secret project coming out on January 31st. Check it out. Nope, no, you don't know about this.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
That will be announced next month. But yeah, check out my Twitter for a surprise announcement on January 31st. See you later, fuck boys.
So next week we can start having some fun. We're gonna have a good one. I'm looking forward.
Yo,
Looking forward.
I have the best
don't like-
fiance in the whole world. Shut up. She brought
Yo.
me a cookie.
I
Are they
hope
from
Brad the
Insomnia?
Blind. I hope Brad the Blind's like, we're talking about disabilities today, and Tony's just like, God damn it!
As long as it's not you. Like, my problem is I'm like, yo, man, I just don't feel comfortable. I'm like, Phil might start chewing me out, going off. Like, I don't.
Hey
I don't
Tony, shut the
operate well in
fuck
that
up.
environment.
Shut up, Tony.
Oh, you feel bad about
Don't
something?
you lizard me, motherfucker!
You feel bad about something? Here it comes. Here comes the jab poke. I'll
Yeah,
get you.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Somehow, by the way, Tony doesn't get in fucking trouble. I'm spitting cookies everywhere. I'm so upset about it. Tony doesn't get in trouble for never dropping a bit, but I'm the one that gets in trouble for the bits, Phil.
Yes.
Tony won't bring up
You
the
know
bits
why?
when I'm on the phone with him doing work.
Because I expect more out of you, Michael. And
well,
because we are literally the same person, Michael. Like, you're heat miser, I'm snow miser.
Heat
like,
miser. Also,
We
heat
are the-
miser.
we're the same
Yeah,
person.
you are also heat miser.
I'm both misers.
You are just a miser.
I'm all the misers.
The multi-miser.
let me say, I walked away for the big break to go get another drink and get that coupon code or whatever. And I left it on one of the banners, right? One of the banners. So you're not seeing the chat refresh. 51 comments in like the 10 minutes I was away. That shit's awesome. You
Yo,
guys
our
were
chat-
lighting it up, man. The
Our
chat,
community
yeah.
is fucking amazing.
Well,
It
they were
was really
excited.
cool.
Charles was gone.
Hey, you know, whatever it takes, we get some activity in. I dug it. So it was cool. All right. Perfect timing. Mike, I guess you are up, right? Yes.
Yes,
You
sir.
ready to go?
Sure.
Are you sure? You didn't sound sure there, Mike. Just checking.
Let's fucking do this, Charles.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Phil, Tony P, Charles, and here with today's topic is Mike.
What's going on, Trash Pandas? It's your boy. It's Mike. Coming back at you again. Imagine if I just fucking, like, used a word so vile we had to beep it.
It was for your name, dickbag.
Tonight has been all over the fucking place. Tony was talking about cookies. That's the whole segment, right? That's everything he brought up this week.
Hey, y'all. Ain't cookies good? Right? Yeah.
I mentioned
Them cookies, though.
I blew smoke up Charles's ass. We talked about how big a fuck up Phil is. And now tonight, at the end of the night, we're talking about guilty pleasure foods, y'all. You're all alone. Ain't nobody can see you. Nobody's judging you. You're gonna hide the wrappers after. You're gonna throw them away at the dumpster down at the end of the street before you get home. I mean, Charles is just gonna put them in the back seat. We've seen the pictures. Nobody's gonna judge you, boys.
No, this is a trap.
What
This
are
is a
you
trap.
eating?
This is a trap.
What?
Everybody who's listening is going to judge the shit out of you. This is a trap.
Ain't nobody judging nobody. They're not even here. Pretend the chat, which has been fucking ridiculously active tonight. Pretend they're not here.
They're not even here. Yeah.
Charles, you start.
Oh man, dude.
Yo, dude, I'm eating my boogers.
God damn. It's a trap. It's a trap, man.
I was
is
just going to
boogers,
say
isn't it?
non-diet Coke, but he opened up with boogers.
I gotta think about it. I don't know.
No, what are you gonna think about? This is a fucking easy question. You
I don't
brought
really
in
feel
what
guilty about
personality
food.
traits do you hate about yourself?
Yeah.
Like that's a
Love
thinking
or
topic.
hate.
What food you like? Go. Oh, I gotta think about that. Where's my
No,
list?
he said guilty
Bring the
pleasure.
whiteboard in. Bring the whiteboard
So
in.
I don't I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat during the day. So I basically eat at dinner time and then through the night some to a certain point. I guess the only thing is if I get altered in my mentality, I'll sit there with a big bucket of this trail mix that's peanuts and raisins and M&Ms and the pretzels that are filled with peanut
Fuck out
butter.
of here. Fuck out of here. Oh yeah, I'll eat a healthy snack. I'll
It's
eat
not
peanuts and
no.
raisins.
It's,
I
okay, so
only
it's kind of
eat-
healthy on the surface, but I'm like just shoveling handfuls in my mouth, and my mom's like, "You might want to fucking slow your roll there."
Oh, I like those seaweed crunch crackers. The sodium's kind of like mid high,
You
but
asked at
like
the wrong time. I've lost 33 pounds, fuckos. I'm
Fucking
good.
Don't
great.
tell anybody,
Congrats.
but I love kale chips, bro. Like I don't want anybody to know, but
Yeah, wait, okay, so come back to me. I got some serious shit to say, but it's not. I don't have guilt of food.
sometimes I'm just gonna like when I get really hungry and like I don't want anybody to know, I'll just like chew the air. You know what I mean? Like I'll just can't nobody find out because
I do the 5 second rule. I don't give two shits. You drop that shit on the floor unless it lands in a liquefied puddle of piss. I will eat that shit.
you're doing that in COVID.
Okay, not at like the local Chinese restaurant, Phil. I'm talking about
No.
my house, man.
Yo, you're doing that outside in the streets during COVID?
That's not how COVID's transmitted. That's not even how it's transmitted.
Yo, if I drop an apple on the streets of Baltimore, you're still going to eat it?
Actually, Phil, that
Maybe.
was a tomato.
Maybe.
Damn.
So look, man, I have no shame. I'll tell you. Like if I'm just down and hey, we talked about failures and feel like just like had a bad day and messed something up. I'm going to McDonald's. Again, ain't got no shame. I talked about it on a different video. It's that I think it's number 6 currently. Sometimes they mix them up. It's that 10-piece nugget, sweet and sour sauce, large fry, Coke, couple apple pies. That's my guilty pleasure. Me like, oh man, I shouldn't have ate that. Now, let me say this. I've been doing better myself, trying to cook more. Maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I went to the old reliable number 6, 10-piece McNugget, large fry, 2 apple pies. And it was delicious. Yeah, they used to be 2 for $1. Now they're not anymore, but they already got you in the habit. And I got it because something came up, and I was like eating a real late dinner, and I had to go grab something for a reason. I don't even remember. And I was like, fine, I'll just go to McDonald's, and it was hitting, like it was good,
Dude,
and I was like, ooh. And then I was like, maybe if I don't get it as much, it's this good every time. I'm sure next time it won't be. It'll probably be cold, and they'll forget my like dipping sauce or something. But that day, it was spot on.
We have a convenience store in my shitty area called Sheetz, right? They sell
Wawa
beer now.
competitor?
Yeah, it kind of. Competitor is a hard word. They are Western Pennsylvania convenience stores, Charles.
Like broke ass. Is it Wawa's like broke ass cousin?
Yeah, like I would rather go to 7-Eleven than go to a Sheetz.
I
That's
just heard
not
somebody
true.
say they stir some shit. You go, hey Philly, is it Sheets or Wawa?
It's fucking
what I was
Wawa, fuck Sheetz. But I don't have options, right? So like
It's
I go
Tommy's
into
Pizza.
don't even, you fucking devil. So like I go into Sheetz and I normally get these unsweetened iced teas, right? They're 2 for $3. Perfect deal, love it, great for market. But now you get 2 hot dogs for free. Oh, I got hot dogs? Are you saying I'm gonna get free hot dogs for a purchase I'm already making? Yeah, it's gonna take us 5 to 7 minutes to pull these hot dogs out for you, but they're free. I got time for. So if I get 2 more, that means I get 2 more hot dogs.
Damn,
oh yeah,
son.
that's how the deal works. Oh, I'm gonna eat these sheet dogs, and I love them. I love them. I know they're terrible for me, right? I know they're terrible, but it's kind of like, when Fry eats that old tuna sandwich on Futurama and he gets the worms inside and make him better. That's going to happen to me soon because I'm eating sheet dogs left and right, dude. And I car eat them, right? So like I got to finish these off in the car. Nobody can see my fucking shame of these sheet dogs.
That's right.
But like it's fiscally irresponsible not to eat 2 hot dogs if I'm already getting them for free. So I
Give one
got
away
it.
to a homeless dude.
No. Those are my dogs.
I
Hey,
like
when
the
your
fact
test
that
comes back from COVID, your COVID test that you're waiting on will come back and says, well, you don't have COVID, but you've got really high potassium levels, and we think you've been eating too much sheet dogs. You better calm that shit down, man.
And I'll say, well, no COVID, no consequences.
two things there.
Sounds like COVID's not real. If I didn't get it.
Hey, a lot of people have been working on that premise. Two things. One, I like that they need 5 to 7 minutes because nobody has called them out on like, am I the first one to get the? Yeah, nobody eats these. We're gonna need some time, and they're like calling up the manager. Hey, so he wants the hot dog. What do we do?
So these are 6 years out of date.
Right.
He knew what he ordered. Like, just give him his sheet dogs.
Two, are they covered in bananas or do hot dogs have high potassium and I didn't know it?
There's all kind of sodium, potassium, all kind of shit in hot dogs.
I'm sorry, Charles. I'm sorry. I'm like, no, he'd be okay with the high potassium. Now it's those
That'll give you a heart
nitrates.
attack, Tony.
It's those fucking
high
nitrates.
potassium?
Okay, let's do it. Here's your little medical
Hold on.
sidebar.
Is this a hot?
The
Is this a hot
heart
dog
works on-
sidebar? Hot
It's
dog
a hot
sidebar?
I love a hot
Hot
dog
take.
sidebar.
It's called a potassium and sodium channel in the heart, and they actually exchange places and in the cells as well. So if one's out of balance, the other's out of balance. So we always hear about too much sodium because that's what most people eat, but they work together. This is the lesson.
Listen how he fucking talks down to you. God damn.
Yeah,
And no, first off, get back down there. You don't get to be put on your fucking high horse. You cunt.
But it's still hot dogs. There's still no potassium in hot dogs.
That is Professor Hot Dogs to you.
There's. It depends, dude. It definitely depends on the hot dog. There's all kind of shit in those
And let me
things.
tell
All
you,
of them
the
are hot
quality
dogs.
of these sheet dogs is fucking terrible.
It's probably got LSD in those sheet dogs.
I also noticed we don't have any stray dogs anymore, so I'm not saying that they're connected, but no COVID, no consequences.
Fair point. There's no telling what's in a Sheets dog. It very well could be potassium. I stand corrected.
Bananas. It could be. It could be bananas dipped in hot dog water.
That's a fair
We don't
point.
know.
There's no telling.
I'm still eating them.
Oh hell yeah, you should be.
Oh,
They're-
hot
they're
dogs,
free.
79 milligrams of potassium. Thank you, Google. Fuck you, Tony.
Did you Google sheets dog? You really want that in your search history?
So I thought this was going a different way when you mentioned Sheets, because the only thing that I buy, I will not buy gas at a Sheets, but I will stop there to get mozzarella sticks.
At a gas station?
At Sheets, they're really fucking good. Dude, I don't know. It's the same reason why, like, when I stop at Wawa, I have to get a lemonade, because the lemonade at Wawa is really fucking good. Like, I don't know what it is.
It's true. I mean, like,
I got you.
at Wawa, like, I drink unsweetened iced tea because I'm a serial killer. But the peach iced tea at Wawa, I'll drink the fuck out of it. I used to drink it by the half gallon, and it would take me 10 minutes.
Like, none of these are real because of Wawa lemonade, but like,
Get the fuck out of here.
wait,
For the podcast, I
Potassium.
threw up the nutritional facts of the Sheets dog.
potassium 0, Charles.
No, he scrolled by that.
No, you're right. You're right. In the Sheets dog, it's 0. In standard hot dogs, it's 79 milligrams. So I don't know what you're not getting.
Guess what we weren't talking about. I actually look. I'll be honest. I feel better. I was like kind of ashamed. Like, I'll open up with this McDonald's, man. I'm all right with that. And you guys are talking about gas station sushi. Like,
Yeah, fuck that.
really?
So,
All right,
my guilty pleasure food also, Tony, is McDonald's. But I'm not some fucking Richie rich guy over here buying a whole value meal, Mr. fucking baller. Oh, Tony, we get it. You have a real job. Jeez,
It's called it's a value. It's a good value.
Dude, legit.
That's how they get you, Phil.
It's like, oh, like get this, that, large fry, all right, 2 pie. They're like, all right, total will be a $7.24. Drive around. I'm like, $7 for the
It's so much money. My McDonald's order,
Uh-huh.
2 hot and spicy McChicken sandwiches. No mayo, because
$2.08.
that shit's gross. A small fry
Oh.
and a large unsweet iced tea. Or a large Powerade if I've been at the gym and I'm feeling like a fucking monster. Like, that's my move.
I got to be
Oh.
healthy.
Right. I went to the gym, I need that potassium from the Powerade to counteract all the
Shit,
sodium.
That's where they get
from
the P in
chicken.
Powerade. It's potassium aid.
Yeah, nobody tell Phil that potassium's a K on the science charts.
Oh, McNuggets, 161 milligrams of potassium.
But
Look
like
that
my
shit
point
up.
is, it's $4, right?
I'm dying on this hill.
Oh my god, $4 for like the worst choice that I can make. That makes me so happy. Like, we were talking about it the other day at work. I was like, yo, when I was poor, like, that was my meal all the time. That was it. Like, 2 McChicken sandwiches, small fry, large unsweet tea. Boom.
Was that about $4? That
That's
sounds like
exactly
a dollar menu item.
$4.08 back in Massachusetts because of the tax. Down here, I think it's like $4.20.
Kurt, electrolytes. It's got what plants great.
No. So L. Hanley in chat says at least there's no financial guilt. There is, because I'm like, I could have put that $6 somewhere better. Like,
I could have thrown that $4 away and felt better.
And done better for myself. Made a better life choice.
You know, for just $3, you can get 2 iced teas and 2 hot dogs.
So I got you on news since you mentioned gas stations. We don't have a 7-Eleven near me. I think the closest one is across the South Carolina border, and it's about 80 miles away. And I know this because I ran across it when we did a big transport to South Carolina, and I couldn't be here that night. I stopped not once, but twice in an hour at 7-Elevens as I saw them because I love the Slurpees so fucking much. And I got the huge 44-ounce one, and I was like, oh, this is so good, once a year thing. And it's like, oh, there's another one. Oh, that's gonna make me feel so bad. Please fill me up, sir. And I got a second one, and I felt like shit for it, but I was so happy.
The 7-Eleven Slurpee is different. It
does. It hits so
it's
different.
not like any other icy. Yeah. It's different. When I lived in California, there were many late nights of Coke Slurpee and some 7-Eleven gas station nachos with no shame. Like, I didn't care. Say something. It's 4 a.m. You're at 7-Eleven. You're gonna talk down to me for eating nachos? No.
No.
I wish you would. Mind your business. Keep walking.
I eat so much food from 7-Eleven that no man should eat. Because
pizza is
that's my stop when I'm going down to market. Like, I stop at 7-Eleven, I get 2 iced teas, no hot dogs. Unfortunately come for free there, but it's my stop, and I'm just like, yeah, it's fucking 4:30 in the morning. I could certainly eat a fucking 12-inch sub right now. Like, that's gonna go down just fine. No repercussions. Oh God. All of it, right? You know, you got to sample the menu to see what you like.
I was gonna say, you're like, yo, let me get this the 7-Eleven sampler platter.
Yeah.
They did wings at one point, like a fucking wings. I'm getting wings at 7-Eleven as I drive a fucking truck down to market trying to gnaw on these wings.
At 4 in the morning.
And my coworkers are just like, fucking El Diablo,
Adios mio.
Yeah, Dios mio, fucking Diablo Blanco key. Like, motherfuckers, I don't care.
Dude, but like, when there was a time where you could get like a 20-piece chicken nugget from 7-Eleven for like $3. Like, it.
Dude, this says tell you something.
Yeah, it
tells you it's a good deal.
No.
A great fucking deal. You can't even believe it. Phil,
Charles, I don't know if these...
All I keep thinking about with your hot dog thing, and it keeps coming back to me. And if I don't say it, I'm gonna forget it again. So I feel like Tony right now. But there's a saying that if something is free, you're the product.
Yeah.
What does that tell us about what Sheets dogs are made out of?
Product.
Soylent Green.
Speaking of Sheets dogs, Charles, you may be the only one here that can speak to this. I don't know. I'll ask Phil in a minute. Crystal burgers.
Oh,
so
god damn, dude.
Crystal. Yeah. If we're gonna talk guilty pleasure stuff, let's just talk about it. Let's just get it out. So in the South here we have Crystal, which is basically a White Castle. I don't know, Phil, if you have White Castle where you're at.
Yeah, we have White Castle up here.
Will you eat that? Mike and Austin, do you have either?
No, but I do know of both.
Gotcha.
And now that I'm 36, I will not eat either.
No. Yeah. Crystal, we call them crystals. On the medic field, we call the crystals the belly bombs. Because medics will slide through and get a sack full of crystals for $3 and then shit themselves to death the rest of the shift.
You mean they're not healing crystals? You're not going there to get healed?
Depends who serves them to you. Yeah. Mike, that's part of going straight edge. Like, I vow never to put this drug in my body again.
Yeah.
Every once in a blue moon, the craving hits. Yes. Who said it in chat? Who said the sack full? There it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Got to get the sack full. I just every now and then you get the craving, the craving that only Crystal can handle, and you do it, and then you don't do it again for a few months, but I mean, come on, flat,
I
hot,
had-
small, square.
Fuck, dude. I had White Castle once, and that was all it took. Like,
Yeah, that's all.
I
you
was
need.
just like, oh no. And so like now when I'm walking through BJ's and I see these pre-frozen White Castle burgers, I'm like, who's got dietary problems that they need to work through that they're buying pre-packaged frozen White Castle burgers?
That shit
like,
won't stay on the shelf, man. It just won't.
it's so
It's crazy.
So like I'm not a huge fucking fast food dude, right? I would rather not.
Yeah,
I
you just
I,
like sheets for everything. Gotcha.
I mean, it's not fast food; it's a gas station. There's a difference. I don't drink soda either, right? You'll very rarely see me with a soda in hand. But to harken back to Tony, Wendy's, if I'm feeling like, if I'm having a sweatpants day, a sweatpants and flip flops day, I'm driving to Wendy's. I'm getting myself a Baconator with a Mr. Pibb, and yes, it's going to be large because so am I, and I just want to sit in front of this television and just get sloppy with my burger. And that's like once every 6 months, right? That's my limit. Because, yes, at that very moment, the endorphins are like, yeah, you're fucking killing it. You're just on fire right now. And as soon as that last cold fry goes inside my mouth, I'm just like, guess I'll just sit here and just
And that's
it's
what
that
I was
fucking-
gonna.
look at
I
my
was
empty
about to
bag.
say is why is there I'm sure there's research out there. I just recently watched a documentary on Netflix about the crack epidemic, which was not fun, by the way. But damn it, why is Wendy's and McDonald's like right there on the same level of endorphin hit? Like, what is going on? Because it feels so good.
So good.
I wonder
then,
how much.
Like your
is
eyes roll back in
psychological
your
marketing.
head. Like,
And feels right. Like at the end of it, it's that Ben Affleck talking about Batman versus Superman moment, right? Where he's just like the 1,000-yard stare and everything turns black and white, and like the Paul Simon starts playing. Like,
I don't get it. But that, let me tell you, that ride, that I'm a slow eater. So like that 30-minute ride, man, like that dragon, let me tell you.
And you know what? Harkening back to the last episode, this is a failure that I still cannot conquer, right? Because I hit that failure point and I'm just like, you piece of shit. You really spent fucking $8.47 on that? And then 6 months later, I'm having the same conversation in my sweatpants and flip-flops in my car, trying to finish the burger before I get home so I can throw the shame away in my car trash can and not the outdoor trash can.
The lady at Wendy's, she's like, I knew you'd be back. Hey, look, see what? Whatever.
She's one of the witches. She's one of the witches from Hocus Pocus.
She's like, I knew you'd be back. You're like, whatever. And she tell like, all right, 8:47. All right, thanks. And then as you're pulling off, she's like, see you in 6 months.
6.
Charles,
about-
it's been 23 full minutes. Have you figured out what your guilty food is?
It's the Slurpee, 7-Eleven Slurpee. But what about this?
Fine.
So not going out and getting food. I grew up poor, and I was always, if we didn't clean our plate, basically got straight, it's like beans and rice or something, but it got straight back into the pot. So what? I just being clear about what it was. So it's like, oh, you put everything together. No, it's the one thing, and you'd eat it 2 or 3 times in the week, and so you clean your plate. And we grew up Southern, so it's like you can't leave the table, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. To the point that even as I was coming up with had my own kids, we were doing okay, but not like go out to eat every night. Okay, right? So if we went out to eat, and the kids didn't fucking finish their food, I'd either sit there and eat it, or I'd take it home and make sure to eat it the next day or that night or whatever. So there's no food left on the table that can't just be naturally put away, and that somebody like
Right.
Tony or Phil coming in from outside would be okay eating, right?
You see
So
my
there's family
tits?
food. Yeah,
You see my tits? It's because I have a kid.
and I've had to
And the
stop
motherfucker
that,
doesn't
though.
finish his fucking meals.
Right,
So
you
I
gotta-
have to. Yeah,
feels
but
like
No, that's what I had to
filling.
get to that part because that made me feel guilty as hell. I was like, I'm eating all this extra food I don't want because I feel like throwing it away is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it is, but you can adjust differently in how you prepare it versus
But Phil,
eating it.
you bought your 4-year-old rather a Baconator. So
Yeah, 2 iced teas and 2 hot dogs.
Oh, you're not gonna finish that? Okay, I got you.
No, Daddy, I don't eat garbage. Oh, well, I guess I'll eat your garbage for you, bud.
But Steph and I do at the end of the week, we do leftover tacos.
Nice.
And like it sounds insane, but literally everything that's in the fridge that's leftovers, I chop up and like mix with rice and mix with pico, and we put in tortillas. And 99 out of 100 times, it's fucking delicious.
I
That
mean,
one time
tortillas
that
make
it's not.
everything better.
Like it's not, but like we have a memory at that point. Like, oh man, remember leftover tortillas from the other time?
Okay, tell us, Mike. What's the time that it was not good?
So it's hard to remember because there are so many good ones.
You just said it was a
There was
memory.
this- There was this day I bought 2 teas from Sheets, and they're like, "Hey, we got this."
Yeah,
A year
anytime.
later.
Actually, yes.
Oh.
Steph in chat. That's the one I was about to say.
Oh no,
Garlic,
that just culinary. That
Garlic
doesn't
mashed
go
potatoes.
together.
fried rice, and General Tso's chicken. It
I
does
did-
go together because it was the end of the week, and those were the leftovers that we had. Charles.
And did it go together?
No,
Did it?
well, I mean, physically, yes.
Physically,
That's kind of what I want now. I'd eat that. Give me some 2 iced teas and
now
I'm good.
I'll eat the shit out of some gold chicken, General Tso's chicken. Like I'll just pull it out of the fridge and start eating on it.
But so the other thing that did not go well was the time we had those little charcuterie, like basically it was like tear a plastic like thing off the top and it like makes a charcuterie board for you. And so we had a bunch
a
of
meat
like,
and cheese tray. Calm
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like,
and we had a
pull
bunch
the
of
tap out.
salami in there.
Charcuterie.
And I threw all of the meat and cheese into the pan, and I melted the cheese into the meat, and then I put it in a taco, and it tasted like a Sheets dog with cheese, dog. It was awful.
How much potassium did you have with that meal?
Oh, God.
now,
Charcuterie.
now, see,
I win. I broke Phil. So I
Now,
know how
I-
to say charcuterie. Mike knows how to say it, but I love when I hear people try to sound it out. Go shark coochie board.
yeah,
So I typed
I'd
it
eat
in.
it. Sure, we're talking about garbage food. Yeah, I'll eat a
Yeah.
charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
The problem with me being like
Oh,
OCD
fuck.
and minimalist is I'll just throw stuff out, and it does make me feel bad because I don't like wasting food. I don't like wasting.
Yeah.
It's not even the money. I can deal with wasting my own money. I feel guilty about wasting food someone else could eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to like, well, all we got are these mashed potatoes in general, so I was like, I'll get some pizza and like, like,
Well, I'll eat the
Yeah,
mashed potatoes, and then 30 minutes later, eat the General Tso's and let it separate. Not all scrambled and cut up together.
Hey, man,
in
you
a
do you.
frittata.
I'm not yucking your yums. You shouldn't yuck mine. And that's
I
kind of
didn't.
the point of all
You
of it,
didn't
right?
say it was yummy. I didn't yuck your yum.
Is that
I-
like everybody tonight, we had a fucking ton of fun.
hey, before we
Talking
wrap it
about-
up, Emily says she hates throwing away fruit. That's gone bad. That's why I stopped buying fruit for like 15 years now because I'd always. I
Jesus
get
Christ,
it. I'm with
Tony.
you, Swan. But
What are
anyway,
you doing? Hold on. Why is your
Wait.
food going bad?
because you don't eat it in like 2 days.
Put it in the refrigerator like
Don't
a normal
go to
human.
the Costco mart for fruit, Tony. Get you one banana that you're going to eat, and then 2 days later, get another one.
Tony, you go to a local farmer's market, hashtag support local farms, and you get the fucking fruit there, and then you put it in the fridge like a normal human.
Mike, you were saying.
Yeah, sorry, Fruit Edge Tony. I didn't realize that was where we
Cookies.
were going with this.
That's it.
But I did, yeah, like we just spent
Such
a half
fun.
hour having a fucking ton of fun talking about shit we eat, right? And like
Right.
someone said it earlier in chat. It was Kit Kat who said like why feel guilty about it? Like, just if you like it and it's enjoyable, who cares? Like, talking about shit that normally we feel bad about talking about is like half our show, right? Like most of the time it's bringing up shit that like, oh, we're not supposed to admit this is a thing that we do. And so for me, I have a lot of food anxiety. And so when I was a little kid, I didn't eat fucking anything. And like, I felt a ton of shame of that, like growing up and like starting to try new food. At this point, it feels good to go back to some of those classics sometimes, even though I know they're fucking bad for me. But it's making that choice, right? And knowing that people are going to have my back when I drop the ball on it. And so, like, all of this to say, yo, if you're mashing down a McChicken sandwich in a driveway someplace, I feel you, dog. If your sheets dogging it up because they're literally giving them away, I feel you, dog.
It's a promotion.
If you're
What are they promoting? Like nothing.
Healthy tea wins for me.
Jesus Christ.
And like, I love y'all. And I love that we're able to talk about this shit every week. I also love my homies who have decided to hop on the content creation game. Longtime friends of mine started a YouTube channel. They're called Punk Pals Gaming. That's a link to their Twitter account. We can put that in the show notes or whatever. I don't expect anybody to like click on that because that's crazy. But they just put together a teaser for for their first YouTube video, and they're so excited about it, and they're learning how to edit video, and it's super fun and cool. So follow them on Twitter, follow them on YouTube at Punk Pals Gaming. They're good kids. They're fucking morons. I really like them. That's my show to love for tonight. You can find me at Future X Skeleton on Twitter. You can find the show at Almost Daily Pod all across the internet. You can find a picture of Charles on Instagram at Almost Daily Pod. That's like the only thing that account has posted.
Whoever's hacking that needs to fucking post more shit.
Also, we're
good with just the one Charles photo.
From like when? 40 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know. It's wild back.
You fucking hated that joke. Oh my God.
Also,
Oh, the brush off.
Give us a 5-star review for that joke. And we love you, and we'll see you on Wednesdays on Twitch TV/Almost Daily Pod.
DragonCon 2021 Waffle House. Woo. No shame either. No shame.
No.
And that was going to be my point. I'm glad you got to. It's like, adjust your life if you don't like what's going on. Because you can still go to McDonald's and not get everything. I used to go to Taco Bell and get like, well, okay, so back in the 90s, it was like $8 of food would get you through the whole fucking weekend. You order the same amount of food now, and it's like $20. And when I saw $20 come up on the screen one time, I was like, holy shit, that's way too much Taco Bell. I need to tool that shit back.
See, so the problem with me is like I don't really drink, man. I seldom drink. I don't have a family, so I have plenty of money for garbage food. Like there was a time. No. I have plenty of money.
I'm fucking rich.
Period.
My name's Tony.
I have expendable income that goes to garbage food, and like once I did a little like
Cables.
analysis, and I was like, oh, let me do the little pie chart of. I was like, what do I spend money on? I have an apartment in the South. It's not expensive. Like a couple bills. All right, cool. Oh, it's food. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Fine, and that's why I feel guilty.
Tony, I bought a 1/4 inch to 3.55 out this week. I don't know why I ordered those, but I thought of you. I thought of you.
Late-ass raid from Two Dorks TV.
Hey, now we gotta hang out.
Oh God, these fucks.
It's
You know-
10:30 at night.
They disrespect us. They won't move their show to a different night so that they can actually be guests on our show. They just want to be like, oh, we do it on Wednesdays. We were here first.
Swan,
I mean,
what is-
in their defense, they literally do a show every night on that fucking channel.
That's a Phil defense. That's not a real defense.
Yeah, it's a working man's defense who gets 2 iced teas and 2 hot dogs for $3, motherfucker.
Swan, what is that icon? Is that like a cookie man? Like, at first I thought it was the dude. I thought it was
It-
the,
cookies.
no, this guy.
But
I thought
it's,
it was-
it's Kappa, but it's cookies.
It's holiday cookies.
Oh, at first I thought it was Cyborg from like
Cookie Cyborg.
Doom Patrol, and I was like, why is he? Oh, okay.
Well, now that we got rated, let's pick out our favorite people in chat.
But to be fair, I also thought that was Corn.
No,
That's your
it's
favorite
it's
trash
it's
food?
popcorn. It's popcorn.
Trash Pandas. Hey,
my
thanks
God,
for rating
those-
us. I
We
feel
need a
like
Trash Panda icon for our channel.
I feel like we need to do a little like jig or something for this party of 9 that jumped in. I don't know. What do we do? It's 10:30
Here's what
at
we
night.
do. Hey, come to the real show earlier and skip 2 dorks.
Wow.
No, don't skip. They're cool. I give them shit because I realized the other day we're never going to be able to have them on the show, and it pissed me off.
Really?
Yeah.
We've talked
Yeah.
about it, and
They can't take
it's
like
true.
one night. They can't like dual stream. Like they can't host us like
Maybe.
them on our show, and they can host. Like, hey, we'll still be here. Hey, 2 dorks, work it out.
It's a
Work it out.
crossover episode, is what it is. So we're having the same show on both channels at the same time.
But it's also a musical.
Well, obviously.
We'll work
I
it
mean,
out.
I
We're gonna
bet you
talk to
Stevie
him.
could work in his local news and all the other bits that he does into our segments. You know, I'm sure we could work something out.
I know he also plays guitar, so doing a musical episode with 2 dorks wouldn't be that hard.
Remember,
Yeah.
Smashing Sheet. Now, Charles, maybe that's who you were mixing up because she's tall.
Smashy? Nah,
Yeah.
she's a shrimp.
No.
I can color a little bit and get away with it.
All right.
Gotcha.
My favorite street.
Right,
My
pick 'em out,
favorite
pick it up, pick it
user
out.
of the night. Yeah.
Don't pick mine.
we-
Don't pick mine. Don't pick mine.
Kit Kat the Cat is mine. She's the best.
I'm
Won't
picking
drive
Steph
to the
tonight.
woods, but you know.
I'm picking Steph tonight for a Bernie meme. That meme's fucking fire.
Damn, such a kiss ass.
I'm going to go with Silly Gnome 225. You are my pick of the week of our chat peoples.
Where's
Smashy's 6'6", I think.
yeah? Let's smash it. Yeah.
Dude, somebody that's
Smashy's not
6'6"
tall.
could dunk. I'm just saying.
Hold on. What was
That's
Even at this
That's,
weight, I can kind of dunk, so you're not wrong.
kind of dunk?
That's a
What is
throwback
Okay,
to-
I got 350 pounds. Smashy does it, so fuck off. I can kind of dunk, Tony.
I
that's a
You
throwback to
can't
the
even,
superpower I want.
Charles. You can't even dunk on us. How are you going to dunk on a goddamn net, dude?
Dragon Con 2021. I'm bringing a hoop in. like, for our
Smashy
panel.
is, I think Smashy is 6'9", somewhere around there.
Highest Elf. That's who I was looking for.
Yeah, highest elf killed it
Yes.
tonight.
Thank you for joining us, hanging out, having some
Yeah.
fun jokes, and seriously, man, everybody. Mike touched on it earlier. It's always a lot of fun, man, hanging out, talking to everyone. It's just a good damn time. Let me tell you.
Hey, it was a great night tonight.
Yeah. We hit all the, and I got to bring a fun topic instead of a sad one.
And as RuPaul also always says, don't fuck it up. Sashay away. Goodbye, everyone.
Stay away.